She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger and way over town that digs on me.
Pull up a seat. Join the circle. Lolita, Tangeray, Eliza, Soup, Bugsy, Harley, Gidget, TJ, OG Buttercup, Tits McGee, Pearl. Enjoy some fresh tea. But don't make Soup send you to bed.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Hey, ladies and jerks.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, everyone.
How's it going?
Oh, the intro was a little hiccupy there. Bad weather,
It's okay.
I guess.
It worked.
Hey,
Yeah,
it played both ones, so we've got that going.
Yeah.
Speaking
So
of
how's
Soup
everyone's
sending
week
people,
been?
What'd you
Go
say?
ahead.
I said, speaking of Soup sending people to bed, where the hell is she? Soup,
Yeah.
come on, Soup.
I thought it was last night she was going to be late. We were like, no. We're
Last
not
night
on
she was
last night.
washing her hair.
Yeah, last night was hair wash night.
Tara
Soup.
wants to know who was pooping.
It was
It's my
Lolita.
I'm driving. I'm on my way home from work. Was not me. I don't poop anyway.
She poops in the car. It's cool.
Pearl is already
She's
being
a-
appreciated in the chat. Star said she loves
Yeah.
the gay pirate flag.
Lolita has a poop pillow.
Yeah.
It's the queen. I do. It's in the back. And it's even shaped like poop. It is. The poop emoji.
Oh, God. I can't.
My
Hey,
granddaughter has one
Harley.
of those.
I finally got my community tab today, so of course I've been sharing gay pirates.
Yay.
Oh, congratulations.
Come on,
Yeah,
everybody. I hope you're subbed up to Pearl so you can
Have
see
a-
her community tab, because you know her community tab is going to be gold.
Yes. Can we have a moment of appreciation for Queen Pearl? Queen
Yes.
of everything. She has been
Yes.
kicking ass and taking names later all week.
Spicy Pearl.
Yeah. Hey, Buckeye.
We love Spicy Pearl.
You can try
Yeah,
to come
so-
for Pearl, but she's gonna outwit you every single
damn
time.
I
time.
actually don't mind if people want to come for me and they want to tear apart anything that I've said. I've got no issue with that whatsoever. But when you start blaming somebody else for something that I've said, I'm not going to let that stand. I'm not that person. So when they were cornering Vintage, that wasn't going to happen. Vintage has no responsibility for anything that I say or anything that I do. It wasn't flying.
No, but you know what? I take full responsibility and I co-sign it all. So come for me too, bitches.
Come
Same,
for all of us.
100%.
All of us. You come for one, you come for all.
You do. We've always said that, though.
That's right.
And I stand by everything she has said.
Yep, I
Me
do
too.
too.
No, and it's funny too how they try to be offended. Like they actually look for things to be offended by.
They will
Because-
twist a story to get offended by it.
They can't outsmart or outwit Pearl. It's impossible. It's never gonna happen.
Well, they got to have some wits to even try to play the game. And, I'm just saying. So there's
Right.
that.
They be playing checkers because they're too dumb for chess.
Is that what Tony says?
No, that's what
It's-
that guy who does the 90 Day Fiancé clips
Yeah, I think I've heard Tony say this too.
about Nicole and Azen.
A lot of people say that.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Speaking of 90 Day
saying-
Fiancé, I am really excited for Soup's backup channel when she actually starts streaming. You really, if anybody's got the link and they can drop it in the chat, because that is going to be fire. It really is.
Yeah, Soup's second channel. If you guys aren't subbed up, get subbed up. If you're into that TLC reality type series stuff, she's gonna be talking about it, and it's gonna be fire.
When
Yeah.
she just makes casual comments about it in our private conversations, she makes me want to watch everything.
Yes,
She does.
Seriously, when she's doing this actually as a channel rather than just casual conversation, it's going to be brilliant.
Yes,
I agree.
and I'm so happy because now when I watch that stuff, I will have Soup to tell me what it is I'm confused about and get me on the right track.
The other thing that I wanted to say as well, if we're going to actually touch on me going on another channel, no names, no pack drill, it was said that we always come up as a gang. There was just me. There was only me. I don't need to bring a gang with me. I'm quite capable of standing up for myself. There weren't even other circle jerks in the chat, so don't bullshit.
I was there at the end. I heard you were up there, and I did go into the chat.
Yeah, there was a couple after you were already there.
Yeah, it's super rare that we're all ever even in the same chats. Maybe 2 of us at the same
Especially
time.
during the day.
Yeah, because most of us work and we span 3 continents, how many time zones?
But
Well,
yeah,
we all
I'm
like
not gonna
different
lie, I
people.
was there.
Hey, Peaches. Good to see you.
I can say that I have not watched that person for weeks, and it's been glorious.
I haven't either. Oh my God, since after Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving
And these
and
ladies have been sharing their productivity since they gave up listening to a certain daytime channel, and it's impressive.
Yeah.
So that if you've got New Year, New You is your plan for 2023, that's the way forward. Ditch some of the complaining daytime channels, put something that you find entertaining on in the background and get cracking.
Yeah, I agree. Today, I watched Peacock TV. I watched the Amber Alert. I actually learned where the Amber Alert came from, which I thought was amazing. I didn't know the story behind it.
You didn't know
Then
about
I
Amber?
watched,
You didn't know about Amber?
I did not know her story, no. But on Peacock, it's called Amber Alert, and it talks
Young
about
folk.
Amber's case, and how the Amber Alert came to be. And so that was fascinating for me. And then I also watched Cruise Ship Killers. I'm not taking a cruise anytime in the near future.
Are there any gay pirates on the cruise?
Not yet, but I'll let you know. I haven't made it
If
all the
there
way
is-
through.
Please do if they
I
turn
won't
up.
be attending
Yeah.
either.
Pearl will be booking that cruise if there's gay
Yeah.
pirates on there.
Yeah. So here, let me tell you what I learned about cruise ships today. I learned 1, don't ever get drunk and go on the deck by yourself. 2, don't go on a cruise ship alone. If you go with somebody, make sure they don't want to kill you. I think
Those
that's
ca-
about as far as I got so
those-
far.
Those cruise ship cabins are so small that if you do go with anyone, by the time it's over, one of you is going to want to kill the other. I'm just saying.
There's
those
no
rooms are
jurisdiction on the
really
waters.
tiny.
There's no
I know.
jurisdiction.
I know.
And some of these cases, they didn't even report it. They knew somebody was missing and they were single and they weren't with anybody, and they didn't even report it because they didn't want to stop the ship to do whatever, and
were
they
just
just
like,
kept going.
Meh.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm not taking a cruise. Nope. It is not in my forecast.
Never, ever.
I've
Mama
never
Jerk
been on
there.
one because I've been skeptical about the jurisdiction on the water. And after watching this series, nope. It's not even, nope, it'll never happen for me.
Mama Jerk on the screen, that's Cindy, for those of you who haven't spotted the connection. Cindy's son is once again sadly in hospital, having had a seizure.
He got out today.
Yeah. Has he got out? Because I've
He
just got
did.
the
She
right.
said he
Good,
has got
that's something. Right.
He's
If you
back
can
home.
continue to remember him in your prayers, though, because this is a serious, ongoing situation. He's obviously, one step forward, two steps back, sort of thing. So please, if you're the praying kind, you remember Cindy and her son. It's not made up bullshit. Please, people, don't fall for that one. This is a very real and very serious, ongoing situation.
Yes. No, she did tell me today he got back. He's back home now.
Well, I'm
But
glad to hear
still.
that. But just the stress of it must be off the scale.
Right.
Right.
Speaking of mothers, for another type of mother, Jodie Sue, not a suspect, apparently.
I'd say more a person of interest.
Yeah, isn't that some shit though? Pruitt came right out and said, not a suspect.
How did that go about?
Still a
I
weirdo.
think Benny called
It was on
Pruitt
BK's, yeah.
to report that suspect Brown threatened him if he was coming to Tennessee. And Pruitt was like, well, first of all, she's not a suspect.
Whoa. So BK pulled a Ziggy?
Yeah. Oh my God. You didn't hear him. He called TBI to report. He called the Summerwells tip line to report that Dawn was intoxicated.
Summerwells? Oh my God.
Yep. And to report that Don Wells said if he comes to Tennessee, he's going to fuck him up, which I think Don meant, you come near my house, I'm going to fuck you up, which is his right. I would too. But yeah, he called the Summerwells.
I think a lot of people have probably said that about BK.
A reminder, do you remember that BK was the person who said that when he was in the kitchen with Don, that he had this image floating through his mind of grabbing a knife and sticking it in the side of his neck? If somebody had said that, who had been in my house and was threatening to come back in the area of my house, I would be concerned, and I would probably say the same thing. So it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. They're both as threatening.
Yeah.
But here's the difference, and I Googled it. And I think this is where Ronnie Lawson honestly got it wrong when he said everybody's a suspect. A suspect is somebody who is considered to be involved.
Yeah.
A person of interest is somebody who may have been involved. So yes, I don't think Jody Sue is a suspect, but she is a person of interest.
I was a person of interest in a hit and run because my dash cam recorded somebody hitting another vehicle. And the only reason I know that was because in the report, for all this stuff to go to court, it had my name, person of interest, and my dash cam recorded the event. But yeah, I mean, they knew I was not involved. But I mean, person of interest could be so broad. Like somebody who is a witness or somebody they want to talk to because they might have a phone number or something.
Right.
Well, and also, didn't we establish the other day that the police can lie to you?
Yes.
So, maybe they want that out there that she's not a suspect so that, let her continue to F it up. I don't know. Anything's possible.
No, I just like how it let the wind out of Benny's sails, though, because he was.
Yes, it was a bonus.
Yeah. Like, no, mute.
I was not expecting. That's not what he was expecting to hear.
No,
all of this does beg the question that if it actually is a serious proposition, that Jodie Sue Brown is not a suspect. And we know that her witness evidence, for want of a better way of putting it, is sketchy at best. I mean, the shout was was a shape. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
right.
Then why are people bothering with her? Why is she on YouTube? Why are people listening and paying attention if she's not a suspect and
She's
she doesn't have
unfounded.
any founded witness statement? Then we're watching her. Why?
Because people need their summer wells fixed, and that's, I guess, the next best thing since Dawn isn't talking. People are freaking weird.
People
I don't
on
think
YouTube
many
like a
people
little bit.
watch her, though. Many people don't watch her. And for those that do, I think they're usually just recording to see if she slips up and says something. I mean, if
I-
you look at her chat, she's got about 3 to 5 people talking.
Right.
I think
that
the hate
people-
watch to chat ratio is off the scale.
Yeah, but the thing is I can't even hate watch her because I can't stand her. So I wait for clips.
I actually can't make out what she's saying because I've got a hearing deficit and she mumbles so much. It's impossible. So I gave up on that whole situation very early. I don't know why her sound is so peculiar and why the slurring is so bad. But I mean, I'm a woman with a deep voice. It's not the fact that she's got a deep voice. But I know other people who've also got hearing issues who find her impossible to listen to.
I guess she mumbles, and it's not her thyroid.
I mean, I can understand what she's saying, but goddamn, she goes in circles and circles and circles, and I don't have enough time to put the pieces together. So I wait for somebody else to do it for me.
Right. Anything important is going to be clipped. The rest
It will.
Fluff.
It always is. And so I wait for other channels to bring out what she's saying that has any like matter. I honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't know if Jodie Sue was involved or not. I think there's a good chance she could have been. But either way, either she was involved somehow or she's completely fucking irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't think she's involved at all. And
She has
completely
nothing.
irrelevant.
If she was not involved, she has nothing to give us because she didn't like them. She didn't associate with them. She didn't do, but all of a sudden a child goes missing and she inserts herself in this case. And that's my personal opinion, but she inserts herself and goes on and on and on and on for months and tragedy pimps and terrorizing and tormenting her and her kids and yada yada. I don't think she has anything to give us.
No.
It's like
The
somebody
same way as I don't think
reimagined.
Don Wells has anything to give us, to be honest with you. There's nothing he said. And I see people coming up and they're all salivating to get Don Wells on their panel. What has he told us in the last 19 months that has led us to summer? Not a fucking thing.
That's how I see it. Go
Jody
ahead.
Sue, it's like somebody reimagined the musical Sunset Boulevard and
Mhm.
set it in a trailer in Tennessee. I mean, she literally is Camper Van Blanche Dubois. She's a legend in her own lunchtime. She really is like she's the star of the show, an absolutely fascinating conversationalist with a flair for the dramatic. I mean, you can't sort of put the woman down for having self-confidence, can you?
Can you put Liplock's comment up on screen? Because I agree with that.
No, I think she saw.
Maybe
the
he
right
said
people were
she's
making-
not a suspect because she is of no interest whatsoever. And that very well could be.
That's what I'm thinking. She saw.
But there
the
is
money
a
people were
difference
making.
between suspect and person of interest. And so I would love to know what his thoughts are on person of interest, Jodie Sue Brown.
Yeah, same. All right, I'm home. I'm getting everything set up here.
No, you're cool.
Oh, don't knock my freaking coffee over, little shit. Here, get off the island.
Get off the island.
Off of it.
Oh, you don't have a wet bar yet. Shit. Where's Scott
Not
H?
yet. Still waiting.
Little shit cat has been voted off the island.
Vote it
Yeah.
off. You hear that? Now you must go. You gotta hop in the boat.
If you'd like to vote little shit cat back on the island,
No.
put a 1 in chat.
She's
I
back
saw
on the
that, Marlena. Cal City boys start trial January 30th. Maya's case is going to trial, and I did see that, and that's fabulous.
Yes, that's some good news because I start to really worry about the system sometimes. That things are mentioned too quickly. Sometimes actions are made too quickly, and these people. I've still never really got over Casey Anthony, to be honest.
No.
I will never, ever understand the beyond reasonable doubt there because, yeah.
I get it.
All I can say is it happened in Florida, so there's that. It is a Florida thing.
Constance Sue, yes, you're right. And Lawson has used person of interest and suspect interchangeably, which is why when he said everybody's a suspect, I think he meant everybody's a person of interest.
All right, I'm switched over to my laptop now. Now, it took me extra time to get home tonight. It is freaking pouring. I have never seen so much rain in January in my life.
That is actual nightmare fuel. The comment on screen at the moment is nightmare
Precious.
fuel. Can you
Oh my
imagine the
God.
fighting Jerry Springer would raise from the dead? No, I know he's not dead. I'm just saying.
I mean, we just saw PG and Dawn and G's. Can you imagine all the others?
What the heck with that? Because Sweargarden acted like she was some kind of scorned lover. It was the most bizarre.
She really did.
What is up with that? I mean,
And Cow Lady was like salivating, like, Dawn Wells is on my panel. Oh my God, the views I'm gonna get.
right? It was the strangest
It was
sideshow.
so weird.
Sideshow.
Yes.
That's all I
he
can call
wouldn't-
it is a sideshow.
Don would
Here's
not
the
directly
problem.
deny.
Go ahead.
Don would not directly deny Prayer Garden's comment that he had asked her to find out if he would be eligible to claim the reward if he was separated from Candace. That is a hell of a thing to say. And he didn't bat an eyelid at it and didn't shout it down. That just boggles my mind.
Yeah. What boggled my mind about it all is you, like she said, you have this entire sideshow. But where is Summer? She is
Right?
not a sideshow.
Why is she not the absolute focus of everyone's attention?
Because
This
these adults are
beautiful little
continuing
girl.
in exactly the behaviour that led almost certainly to her disappearance. Every single adult involved in this conversation is completely self-obsessed. They're
Right.
incapable of putting another person at equal level with them, let alone before them. They just can't, none of them. You don't
I agree.
have that many children taken into care unless there are serious inadequacies. This
I
didn't
agree.
start with Summer. This was something that was going on decades before Summer. Summer was an unfortunate consequence of all this behaviour. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that the parents killed her. That means I'm saying that the circumstances around her disappearance are a direct result of behaviours that have gone on for decades. She was
Yeah.
not taken care of sufficiently. You can't argue with that comment. You just can't.
Oh,
No,
give
I
certain
agree.
channels a chance, and they will anyway.
Oh, I'm sure there will. There's always an apologist rushing in there to catch a bullet for Don, and it absolutely, I can't. You can say that you don't have the proof that the parents did anything. That's fine. You try and tell me that they are some angelic, misunderstood, poverty porn, sort of these poor people. If you want to Mother Teresa it, that's your choice. But I can't understand what motivates you.
Nope. I agree.
But at the end of the day, and the end of all of that, we still don't have any idea
What happened to Summer?
what's become of Summer.
But I can tell you that had Summer gone missing and these parents had nothing to do and or their life, whatever, there are a lot of kids that go missing, but their siblings don't get taken away. And I think the fact that these boys got taken away and the fact that they're still not there, it says something. I don't know what it says exactly, but it says something.
Too little, too late. Had they taken them when they should have long ago, Summer would still be here, I bet you.
You're right. Maybe. I mean, I'd hope.
Oh, is that the one on that? Oh, the cow ladies panel. Why the hell does that keep?
Well, yeah, and I heard the cow lady the next night, right? Or one night, right? A couple nights after Don coming on panel, and they're messaging him and they're getting, but we don't want to ask him the hard questions because he's not going to answer. I'm sorry, but fuck that. We're past that.
No, and they keep asking.
We're 19 months in. Fuck that.
Summer. What the hell do they expect him to say? There's nothing.
Right. It just pisses me off, honestly. And I was just like literally yelling at my screen because it's like, we're 19 months in. If he can't answer hard questions, then why do we want his answers? We've already heard them. It's just regurgitated bullshit at this point.
Also, the whole idea that because of the way that certain channels have spoken about them and the way they feel they've been set up by certain people, therefore they're not going to come forward and then they're not going to talk and things like this. I give you as an example, Brandy Neal. We've seen her be dragged by people. We've seen taped conversations come out, heavy criticism, people interpreting behaviour as one thing when it could, certainly be another. It has not stopped her coming forward and it has not stopped her speaking. She realises the situation and she speaks anyway. Why can't Candice and Don? Without talking about themselves, why can't they talk about Summer, talk about the situation?
Brandy has the ability to put her children before herself.
Exactly.
The Wells are not able to say that.
I mean, even what I heard of Don on that panel and Don responding, I'm sorry, but I'm not in their situation. I've never been in their situation, so I can't say exactly what I would do in their situation. However, I want to think that if I had a missing child, you can knock me, you can drag me, you can do whatever you want. I will continue to speak on my child. The rest will come out in the wash. And we don't hear that from the Wells. We hear them blaming the YouTubers and the this and the that. But we don't hear anything about Summer.
Yeah,
there's nothing about Summer.
They're not owning their parts in all of it, all the YouTube fuckery, all the events of that day, all of it. They have to own their part too. Yes, there was YouTubers that done them dirty. There really was. There has been, and we're going to talk about that a little bit tomorrow on True Crime Circle. Right?
Right. No, they definitely have been dirty or done dirty. And there's definitely people who have pretended to be their friends to get information, to portray it differently or however they wanted to portray it. Yeah, no, that has all happened to them. But we've also heard from their own mouths, even the other day. He could have been preaching about his daughter. He could have been saying that information about his daughter. He could have been his daughter, his daughter, his daughter, his daughter. But we didn't hear any of that. We heard the YouTubers. We heard this and that, but nothing about his daughter.
Right, and
And also, I'm sick of
that is
hearing
one
him
of
say,
his.
carry on.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is one of his biggest flaws, is that when he does have a platform, he chooses to use that time to piss and moan and complain instead of put the information out about Summer. If you came to YouTube to
Yeah.
talk about Summer, then do that. Talk about Summer. Don't waste time arguing with Swear Garden. Don't waste time talking about what the shitty YouTubers did to you. Use that moment and that time to get the information out about your daughter. Stick to the message.
The rest will come out in the wash, right? That would be my thought if it was my child. Talk about me all you want. Say what you want. I don't care. The message is, find my child. We'll figure the rest out later.
The thing that gets me, this comment on the screen, yes, he does occasionally say, I love my daughter with all my heart. And it's usually tacked on at the end of a long spiel about how much Summer loved him and how he hadn't been loved like that. And it's all him, 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 him. And then at the end, he occasionally says, I loved her with all my heart.
Right.
But it seemed very transactional. He loved her because she loved him.
Summer only had them. She only had her parents to look out for her, and they failed her. With all of this nonsense, they have failed her. Who should care more about Summer than her mommy and her daddy and grandma?
Right.
But that's not what's happened. So don't waste
us
time
as people following
crying
the
up
case,
there about what PG did to you. I don't
fucking care.
I don't.
Oh,
we
Candace
should
crying
not
over
love
Jenna.
their daughter more than he does. Than they
Tell
do.
me, Dawn, Candace,
But yet we
tell
do.
me about Summer. Tell me, what was her first word? When did she start walking? What was her favorite thing to do? All that stuff. Why can't you tell me about Summer? I want to hear about Summer.
AB, I'm reading your comments and I agree. I agree. It's just sad to me, to be honest with you. Like, I hope I'm never in their position. But God, I mean, you want to talk about, okay, so, Jody Sue wants to say, oh, tragedy pimps, tragedy pimps, tragedy pimps. The biggest tragedy pimps of this case, in my opinion, are Jodie Sue Brown and the Wells.
Absolutely. Directly making money off that situation that they only have proximity to in Jodie Sue Brown's case.
Oh my God, Rennie, that comment freaking floored me. All because his kids now get Medicaid and nutritional assistance. They could have freaking got that. There's no shame in seeking assistance for your kid. Your kid deserves medical care and your kid deserves not to be hungry. Shame on you and fuck you for not getting it for him.
Right.
But Don had a good job and he didn't have any rent expense or mortgage expense. There is absolutely no reason why they couldn't have lived a better lifestyle than they did, other than the fact that they spent so much money on alcohol and drugs. And in Don's case, prostitutes, as he is quite happy to share. If you spent your money putting your children first, you wouldn't even be worrying about the fact that they now have better care when they're in foster care. You had the finances to do it, had you chosen to.
Yeah, actually, to get CHIP medical insurance, the income cap is like $300,000 a year. Every child, basically, in the United States qualifies for CHIP.
Yep.
And I think
maybe the parents didn't, but the kids did.
The kids absolutely would have for like $30 per kid a month.
Yeah, so they charge a very minimal fee for the children because they want the children to have insurance. So yeah, you can get CAP, which is just, it's not Medicaid it's similar to Medicaid, very similar, but yet you have to pay a premium, and it's not very much. I mean, like she said, $30 a month.
And that's just for the higher income people. If you're making
Yeah.
$300,000 a year, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's
It's based on income, and it's not very much. So those who make too much to qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, their kids can still get on the cap insurance because they want the kids to get their vaccines, or immunizations, I guess, whatever. They want the kids to be taken care of. They don't have a choice in the matter. But, like we seen, Summer went to a dentist. Did they have insurance for that? I would have to question, obviously she was registered to go to school. I know when you register to go to school, you have to prove, I only know this from my daughter, you have to prove that they have all their immunizations and everything to go to school, or you have to have some kind of, I don't even know if you could do it here, but I know like my daughter was in, second grade, and I got a thing saying she couldn't go to school anymore because they didn't have that she had her second chickenpox shot. Well, she had it, but it just wasn't, because it's all registered now through the state, right? And they can pull it up through the state. Well, for somehow this one didn't get logged, and they were going to kick her out of school because she didn't have this shot, but she did. And so the doctor just had to make sure it got uploaded.
Yeah, my kid's school district, they'll wait outside of the school and they know every single kid who's not up to date on their immunizations, and they will let them in.
Yeah. So she had to be up to date to register her for school, I would think. And Cam proved that, yes, they said she was registered for school. I saw Cam put a video out not long ago about it. So either they paid for it or there was something there. I don't know. This is my thought. And I know, and I've heard him say, like, oh, we don't want assistance. We don't want this. I've heard people say, oh, he made her lose her disability. Like, you don't want to be tracked type thing. But in my personal opinion, and this is my opinion, when I first started college, I wasn't making much money, right? I put my son on Medicaid because I wanted to know that he was covered if anything happened. That's what a responsible parent does. And then when I graduated, I got a job, got insurance, and he got insurance, and that was that. There are systems in place to help people who need it. And it's not, working the system or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's protecting your children. That's
It's
what
the
that's about.
responsible thing to do.
Yeah, I just wanted to know
anybody
that
should take
my
advantage
son.
of that.
Yeah, and
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to know that my son was covered while I was in school, because I had my son at 18 and I didn't have health insurance at the time. Now health insurance covers, under your parents until 26, but they don't cover your children. And so I wanted to know that he was covered if anything had happened. And so I put him on that, and that's what I did because I wanted to make sure he had coverage.
Yes. Oh, Haley Cummings. Oh my God, that was a crazy case too. Oh yeah, wait, Pollyanna wants to clarify. Can we clarify something? Some are saying they're fixing the house and doing everything to get the boys home, but others are saying they're past to give them time. Yeah, they're not getting those boys back, Pollyanna. Their rights have been terminated already.
I mean, what I've been told, and honestly, if Cam comes into chat, maybe he can clarify that, or we can clarify it tomorrow night. Not actually. Hold on, wait, real quick. I'm going to take a screenshot of this.
Rin, they won't let you in here.
I screenshot it.
Oh, sorry. Did you need that? Yeah, even
no, I screenshot it. But my understanding is that yes, they have fixed the house up. Dolly was just there. He admitted it. Cam has admitted it. But that's not the only thing holding the boys from coming home. And in
Yeah, they
my
might have taken the
understanding,
house. They're not getting those boys back.
yeah, my understanding based on what Cam said is that no, they have lost custody of those boys.
See, I thought I heard something about that like last fall sometime. That they had lost.
They
Yes,
had
I thought that I
Correct.
did as well.
Correct. I mean, Don clearly told you on that panel the other night that he hasn't seen the boys basically since they were taken into custody.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Exactly
we all
that. It
know
doesn't
that
matter
part.
if they fix up the house. If they're not willing to visit their children and not interacting with their children, why on earth would CPS go out of their way to give them back?
Right. They didn't. There were steps that are put in place in order for you to be able to visit your children, and in order for you to regain custody of them, you have to follow a plan. If they're not following all the things on the plan, it's not going to happen, and $10,000 isn't going to change that. It's just
No.
not.
And it's my understanding based on what Cam said was that, oh shit, I just lost my train of thought. Hold on just a second. I seen somebody's calling. Hold on, let me think for a minute. Go ahead. I'll figure it out.
That's all my point was, is that they have to do certain steps. If they don't do that steps, and their rights get terminated, because the boys don't deserve, or any children do not deserve, to live their lives completely in limbo in hopes that their parents pull their heads out of their asses and do the right thing. They can't wait forever. Kids need stability. They need to know that they're what's going to be happening to them next month. Bumping kids around from foster care to foster care is not a way that a kid should have to live.
No. And what I was going to say actually is that I think what Cam clarified was that the money being paid, so we all had said the JAB paid December's child support, whatever. That is back child support. So even when they terminate their rights, they still owe their back child support. And that was back child support, is my understanding.
Yeah,
this is part of the fundamental problem. Don has no humility. I can understand being annoyed and frustrated, feeling like the government doesn't have any position in interfering in your family life, all these sort of things. I can understand that thinking. I don't identify with it, but I can understand it. What I don't understand is the lack of humility. I would be annoyed at having to jump through hoops in order to fulfill somebody else's plan. But my God, I would do it. I would crawl along the ground licking the floor if that's what was required to get my children back.
Right.
100%.
But there are a lot of parents, and there are probably even parents in our chat who has done exactly that, who has done whatever they asked to get their kids back. But these two couldn't be bothered. Because if I don't remember correctly, I believe rehab was a condition of it.
Yes, inpatient rehab, and they all.
And neither of them have done it.
Correct.
Yeah, you don't get to call the shots. The judge and the CPS workers are the ones who call the shots. And if they order you and you don't go, you're shit out of luck.
Dawn wanted to claim that Candace had a stroke and that they said that her speech was slurred, so she must be drunk. Candace could have easily gone down and said, take a hair follicle, take a blood test, take this. I want to prove that. She could have gone with medical records to show that there was a stroke. She didn't do those things. Why?
I mean,
Why
you need
would
is a
you
CAT
not
scan
do that
to prove
thing?
that.
Right. Why would you not say, here, court, please look at my medical records. Please look at my drug tests. This is not an excuse to not let me see my boys. I mean, you would walk through fire. You know, a parent would walk through fire to be able to
I
see
mean,
their children, and they won't even blow out a damn candle.
did she go to a doctor to get a stroke diagnosis?
We only know what Dawn said,
The
so
only way you can get a stroke diagnosis, and that's not something you recover from at home. I mean,
It's not, because my dad had a stroke
serious
it's
medical
6 years ago, 5 years ago. I know what that looks
I
like.
deal with strokes every single day of my life. Nobody
Yeah.
is recovering from a stroke at home.
not a stroke
No.
like that. Not where
He was in the
it
hospital
slurs
for a
their
long time and
speech.
then went into a rehabilitation
Yeah.
unit to learn
If
to
you're
do a lot of stuff.
if you're
Slurred speech is not the only thing, and I'm sure there's different variations of stroke, but it's not something you just have and you don't get any medical care. And didn't we hear stroke originally, like at the initial point?
Yeah, that was something we heard earlier on too. And then I
Yes,
heard it
I
with
heard
Bell's
stroke
palsy as well,
mentioned.
so I'm not sure.
it got
I mean,
it
in the
got brought
first couple of months, wasn't it? They mentioned a
it
stroke.
it got
Yeah.
brought up on a behavior panel, and after that it seemed like Dawn kind of clung on to that and said they're saying that she might have had a stroke. Who is there? Are you mean the behavior panel, or do you mean actual doctors? So there's never been any clarity, at least provided to the public, about this.
I mean, I'd like to see a CT scan, right?
Yeah, me
Because,
too.
or an
I
MRI or some shit, because,
maintain it's nerve damage from infected teeth.
yeah.
And I'm sticking with that.
I mean, my dad went into the hospital not long ago. They automatically assume it's another stroke, right? Because that's what they do when like, oh, you had a stroke. Oh, it's another stroke. No, it wasn't anything like that. And they did the testing, and they could tell in his brain nothing was new. So they could tell it was all old when they did the MRI. So, I mean, I guess, like, if you had a stroke, they can tell this medically.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, if she had a stroke that is affecting her speech that badly that people think she's intoxicated, that even Don says that he thought she might be intoxicated and asked her, where are the speech therapy records? Because certainly she'd be doing speech therapy.
I think it
None of
bears
that makes
mentioning.
any sense.
I think
And
it bears mentioning that they have been through this system before. Both Candace has lost 2 children from a relationship, another
Right.
child from a different relationship, and now these children. Don has lost his children. They are not strangers to this system. They know exactly how it works if you don't comply. They're not lost in a sea of misunderstanding.
Correct.
No. And I just want to tell Justin.
Darling, you're breaking up.
Did we lose our tits?
Oh, sorry, somebody called me. But just around says it can quickly lead to a very bad stroke. And that is correct. That is very correct. Because to be honest with you, when my dad got put in the hospital, he was past the time to get whatever shot they give you. It wasn't until day 3 that he lost all feeling in his left hand, everything like that. It quickly turned badly. So that it very well could happen.
Yeah, a stroke is a blood clot in your brain. And as I know firsthand, blood clots just do not go away on their own. They require a lot of freaking medication and serious medical intervention. You don't just get a blood clot anywhere in any organ and just, sit at home and recover.
And I'm very sorry, just seen Justin Brown's comment again that their dad actually passed away from it, and I'm very sorry for that. I'm sorry. I've gone through the same thing with my dad. Luckily, he's still here, but I'm sorry for your loss.
And just in case nobody has said this to you at all or recently, just around, it's a wonderful thing and a brave thing to care for a sick parent. And you have my utmost respect.
Very much. Lost in Girl is another rock star.
Yes.
Yes, I heard that Lawton Girl had been through a similar
Lawton Girl, I'm
situation.
sorry. Oh my God, Lawson. Jesus, she's gonna kill me for that. I'm sorry. Yeah, give me 1 second here, guys. I gotta get the making spaghetti for my kids.
Can I say hi to everybody?
How about it, Buttercup?
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hey, Buttercup.
Hi,
Hey,
lovely
sweetie.
ladies. Hi, everyone in chat.
You okay, darling?
Yeah, I was just, I'm worried about Soup. I don't know if you guys had read.
No,
So
what's happened?
No, she's not going to be on. Let me just, she said she was in a wreck, but
Oh,
I don't know
no.
if she was in a wreck or if she had witnessed and had a close encounter, and she's pretty shaken up and she's trying to get home and the winds are really, really bad. And
Oh,
so I'm just
no.
really worried about her. I sent a message saying,
I didn't
please
know
let
at
us
all.
know. It only just happened.
The weather is bad on the East Coast right now. It took me a while to get home too. It's pouring.
And she does so much driving with her job that she's
Yeah.
perpetually on the road.
And it's like that horizontal rain, like hurricane type rain. It's really scary.
Yeah. Tanga, you read the message, didn't you? Because you had responded also. Are you there?
Yeah,
Is Tanga
I
on?
did read it. I did read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it and I was waiting for her to respond, and she didn't respond. So she said that she was okay,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just hope she is all right. She said she was shaken up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Okay, just looking at it, it was a multi-car wreck because of the weather.
Yeah.
So
We
thank
get
goodness
piled up
Soup is
too.
okay, but there's no guarantee that the other people are. It does sound bad.
No.
If you can throw up a prayer for Soup and the people involved, I would really appreciate it. Soup, if you're listening to us, please take care, darling. Get home. Let us know that you're okay.
Yes. Hey,
Why is our Nightbot timing people out?
Wait, what?
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 At Duke's.
Who did
Nightbot just penalized Duke's. Timed out for 5 seconds from Nightbot.
Wait, what? 5
Oh my
seconds?
God, what the hell is going on?
Oh, you did change it up, didn't you, the other night, Lolita?
I didn't turn any. All I did was holy shit! No, wait a second.
5 seconds is a pretty mild punishment.
There's no spam filters on. No, all I did was change for prayer hands. So that would be
just around. I'm so sorry.
I don't freaking get it.
I have no words, but I'm sorry.
No, wait. I guess I got to go over to Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. Because we can't see it in Nightbot. Yeah, I don't.
I think who said that said it perfectly. They said, Nightbot, you're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
That is amazing. Hey, lean on me.
Oh, it's tending to fur babies. I want more fur babies.
I love Lean on Me. She's beautiful. And then I heard in some video that she's getting ready to turn 50. What?
I know, right?
I was like, holy shit, she looks amazing.
I can't wait till you bitches turn 50 so you realize that it's not like
No, I
something
know.
super old.
I'm not that far. I'm only 6 years to go, but have you seen Lean on Me?
Yeah, 50-year-olds can be beautiful.
She looks so good.
Yeah, 50 is in my rearview mirror.
She looks amazing.
I haven't seen her. Sorry.
Oh gosh, you
but
have
I'm
to go
sure
look
you
at
are
her.
beautiful.
I'm going to show you a video of her that she did. No, she looks great.
Her distance and makeup, she said.
It's not even that. She has a beautiful soul.
Can I
think
shout
that
out
helps.
and urge you to sign up to Wee Frosty? She's killing it at the moment with the commentary.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
my
she
God.
is.
Can we drop Wee Frosty? Wee Frosty is a mod, right? I can't
Yes.
tell from here, but
I think
she
so.
could drop her link. Go sub.
Been having a lot of fun over there.
The Raccoon Saloon. Who was
That's
that?
Eliza.
Oh, yes.
Eliza and her raccoons. Where is she? Is Eliza here?
I'm
Where
here.
is she?
I'm here.
Oh. You like your
The
raccoon.
That Raccoon Saloon is something. I mean, it's something.
Well, I can officially tell you girls and everyone that there won't be a little jerk coming around anytime soon.
No.
There won't?
No.
I'm so disappointed. We needed a
Oh my
baby.
God, we thought we
Darn
wanted a
it.
jerk baby.
Darn it!
I just need to stop having sex all the time.
You're our last hope for some of us. We need
thought
a
we were
jerk
getting a
grandchild.
jerk baby. We were gonna fight over the name.
I was so disappointed.
Oh,
I know. Me too.
I really wanted Tits McGee.
no, boobies.
You wanted a tit jerk. I wanted a grandbaby because my kids refuse to give me grandkids. They're responsible or something all of a sudden and don't want to.
You wanted a booby jerk.
Well, you girls wanted the daughter. I was like, another boy would be fine.
Dang it, you.
Yeah, but you
Sorry,
need a
ladies.
daughter.
There we were
My
all
daughter
saving
didn't
up.
come till third. I had 2 boys and then a girl. And I'm very glad it happened that way because otherwise I probably would have never had kids again.
I just think, imagine
LA,
having
I
to
know.
start all over again, having teenagers and then having to start all over again. I was like, I don't think I can do that. But, you know, it would be a blessing no matter what. But yeah, I just.
Yes. But once
My
the potty
kids are
trained, it's like,
my kids are 26, 15, and 8. So I know
gosh, you're
all
really
about
spread
starting
out.
all over again.
Oh,
a vag jerk. No.
It would have been the bougiest baby shower in history.
Shame on you.
Yes, it would have been. Can
Louis
you imagine
Vuitton
that
baby
baby
romper
shower?
and little baby Yeezys.
That's what I was just thinking.
I
Little
know.
tiny baby Yeezys.
well, I've got that many. I would have to buy them little Yeezys.
Oh my God.
Did Louis Vuitton do a nappy bag?
And then we
Do
can
they?
sing a
I
shark
don't
song
know.
to the baby.
Does Yeezy make a booty?
No.
I'm sure we could get him to.
I know. He needs the money now, I think.
Oh my God.
Oh, grandchildren are amazing. Hi, Marlena.
I thought we were going to have a jerk child.
Yeah, I did too. I'm so disappointed.
Get back on that. I'm past
busy.
my time.
Get busy, Buttercup. Yeah, I can't even talk. Get busy.
You're our only hope, Buttercup.
Look, I'm busy every month with that. What do you want me to do? But I just don't want children.
Hey, did anybody get me a timestamp on that?
On what?
Oh,
That-
and what you had asked for.
It's not a big deal if no.
Timestamp on.
On
what?
Oh God damn it!
Let
My
me put
thing.
it. I'll put it back chat.
No, okay, never mind. It opened an
Hi, Certified. Hi, Mom of 2.
new. I'm trying to sign into YouTube and it's like popping open all new freaking browser windows here. God. No, wait.
Oh,
Sign
are
out.
you about to mention that weird confession by Just the Receipts?
I'm trying to bring up. I wanted to. I like time.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna go from the very beginning, and I can't. Get
That was an
signed-
interesting post.
Yeah, the whole thing was interesting. Okay, so go Go ahead, Pearl.
I thought I was sure it was a joke. When somebody showed me a screen cap of that, I thought that can't be real. No, who the hell goes on their community tab and says that they were pegging somebody's husband? What the hell?
Yeah, well, it started. Did everybody catch the porn bomb the other night?
Probably not, because we don't watch.
I mean,
can I
people
just
are
say,
porn
I'm not
bombed.
surprised that you keep getting porn bombed. I came up on your channel. You didn't ask who I was. You didn't check that it was my voice. I didn't have my camera on. If I'd have wanted to porn bomb you, I could have.
Right?
This just bizarre. Given that you've so recently been porn bombed.
Again.
I would again.
It seems to be a habit. So somebody, okay, that is the freaking password. Why is it not letting me?
Is that the channel that's had the most porn bombs?
I think
At
so.
least in this community, I think
It's almost to the point where you wonder whether the porn bombs are accidental, whether it's to entertain some of the older ladies in the chat. who
They
are
are
very enthusiastic.
Ziggy every chance he gets.
They do get giddy about it.
Dumbest, most embarrassing freaking porn bomb, right? So this channel gets porn bombed, and the porn bomber, I guess, is that what you would call it? The porn bomber?
Yeah.
JTR.
Yes, I suppose that's the phrase.
On panel as JTR, and for like a solid freaking minute, there's this guy's booty hole, right? It's fucking funny as hell.
In the United States, can I just ask you a question? Do you have to have that how quickly you respond to, when you do your driving test, do you have that sort of how quickly you respond test?
I don't think so.
How the hell did Perp ever pass that? Because the porn bomb was up there for ages. It was like, were they all sort of just fascinated by it, or had they forgotten how buttons work? What the hell?
No,
right?
Clip of it, it's like, holy shit, because there's a bunch of freaking people on panel, right? Oh, sorry, Tanga. And then this freaking booty hole on the screen for a solid minute. And it was JTR's name. And then I guess they quick remove it, and Heidi, what was Heidi saying? I saw the fingers, they're greasy, dirty fingers. And Brenda's like, I saw them, man. It was a short man with black curly hair and hairy knuckles, and so many freaking conspiracies.
Do you think it was just really JTR? Do you think JTR did it? Because, I mean, that's like the ultimate, go up there and then say somebody else, it was somebody else. Because the community post makes it seem like, probably really was her. Trying to, she protests too much, right?
He puts up this community post, all right? Okay. I shared this photo of your husband right before I pegged him. He's pretty flexible for his age, but he said I could only share it with you, his wife. Maybe you haven't been able to twist him up like a pretzel like I can, but that's no excuse to show his pic on another channel's panel while impersonating my channel. No one bought it. You have man hands and don't wear nail polish. Maybe he's craving a little femininity. Is that why he begged to be pegged? Dude, let me tell you, it all makes sense now. You know how Lenny's always going on about projection? There's something to that there. Her sex life is about as low effort as her YouTube channel that just got unmonetized.
I couldn't even follow the logic of that statement because, hang on, you're not feminine, whoever this person's hand is. You're not. We're assuming it's a woman then because they said yes.
Yeah,
half the audience say it's a man. JTR's behaving as if it's a woman and it's her. There's the hand is unfeminine. That's a lot to get from a couple of fingers with shortish nails. And it's unfeminine because the nails aren't painted. Well, the internalized misogyny is coming from inside the house. And then the whole thing that because you're not feminine enough, that's why your husband wants to be pegged. So hang on, because you're not feminine enough, the husband wants to be dominated by another woman and pegged. And I'm thinking, what? Where's
Right.
the logic?
Yeah.
That's why. That is why I think it was probably really JTR that porn bombed Purple. And didn't this just happen like right after she's posting about boo-hoo, I got unmonetized?
I don't know.
Well, it's certainly a way to draw attention to yourself, isn't it?
Right?
Right.
Exactly.
Did she really want attention that bad?
Enough that she put this community post up. I think she does.
I think the only sexual interaction she gets is typing this weak ass shit, like twisting up like pretzels, pegging, like
what?
Oh,
Can I just say
blow your
welcome
mind,
Toxified?
JTR.
Can I say welcome Toxified 3.0? We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
It's your first time in our channel.
Oh, hey. But like there's no like mention of foreplay or like lick a man's booty hole, he's putty in your freaking hands. Like you don't go right to just anal penetration. They're not prepared for that. You have
And
to
at
like
a much lower level, can I blow your mind, JTR? Way back in the 80s, there were men wearing nail polish who were a fantastic shag.
Right?
But nobody wears nail polish in 2023. It's all about the gel dip nail manicures. 1987 call Becky, they want their nail polish back.
Hey, Mama Jerk, we have screenshots. We'll send them to you.
You can't see those. Cover your eyes.
She wants to see them.
I also thought it was interesting that Brenda was actually
needs a good
specifying
laugh.
what porn bombs she would like next. So if anybody's out there listening, Brenda would like side view, erect, and she appreciates a bit of glistening oil. So there you go. Knock yourself out.
It's hard to get that, Lenny, when you're digging in the trash all the time.
Oh, Julie Applewhite for the win. Oh, speaking of, hey,
Uh-oh.
where's Julie Applewhite's intro? We forgot to play your intro.
Oh, gosh, I love this.
Good times.
Badger's such a little prick. Why don't you lick my shit, you fucking bitch? And fuck your parents for having such a kind of a kid. Remember that I hate you, and please don't forget to go fuck yourself. La 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 today. La 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 do. Go fuck yourself.
Perfection.
Did you
Go fuck yourself.
Perfect.
There you go. Julie
I just say that
Applewhite's new intro.
if the ladies on Perp's channel paid attention to true crime cases as closely as they paid attention to porn bombs, they would be absolutely spectacular true crime.
Oh my God, Lenny, I figured out the whole crooked penis thing.
Oh,
Hopping on a dick. You can't just hop on a dick or you're going to make it crooked.
It's probably true.
That's how that happens.
I could see it.
Yeah.
They've been doing it wrong.
Are you saying that Mr. Bendy Dick was a sort of past victim of the hopping on a dick
Maybe.
conspiracy?
Well, according to one, they do it in the morning and at night every day. So how after that many times do you still get it wrong? Wow.
Oh my God, yes. You'll break the bone in it. Oh my
God. Who's the one that mentioned that?
Was that
For some reason I think Tony.
Tony Googled it though.
I think it was Tony.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was Tony.
Yes, one simply just does not hop on a dick without severe consequences.
I don't know. I reckon this poor man is going through torture because between having his dick hopped on and the T-Rex hand job, he's either a serious masochist or his life is a misery.
Pearl, can you just do me a favor and say T-Rex hand job one more time?
Oh my God, it was the best.
T-Rex hand job. And she whacks it around like she's driving stick shift.
I'm fucking dying. Oh my god. That's the best. I'm clipping that shit.
No, Heather, never heard that.
Tiny hands, I know you're the one.
Sorry, Mama Jerk.
Hey, Mama Jerk.
That's even
Oh,
better.
but she wants to see the porn bomb.
She does. Well,
That
fits it even better in the
she
UK.
already saw it.
Did she?
Yeah.
Who sent it to me? You, Eliza, right? Because I was not watching, but I think you sent it to me. Because I was over and dazed on Twitch, and you screenshotted it or whatever and sent it to me.
I sent it to Mom. I sent her a still. We had to dig around for the clip, but
oh yeah,
I have actual tears on my cheeks. I hate you guys.
Oh my God, were you there the night that we saw the clip and we were all laughing so hard that we couldn't even breathe?
Yeah. Because how long that it was left there. She's left it up there long enough for somebody to hit screen record.
I know.
Well, that's because Purple fucking goes to sleep in her. Oh shit! I said her name. Fuck. She goes to sleep in her legs.
Just gave her light.
You just gave her an orgasm mentioning her name.
I know. I didn't watch it. I just saw the aftermath.
Oh my God. We're just like, what?
I just want the clip of what Pearl did.
I didn't get that either. I refused to watch her, but I got Pearl was there, and I went and watched that, and but I did not clip it. I should have. I clip everything else. Why did I not? I have no idea.
I bet that was.
Could you hang on a sec? Oh, sorry, mute. Could you grab me a mug out of the cupboard?
She's so polite. It's her son's
But you're not-
birthday.
At the glass doors.
But you're not.
Yes, it is.
There's a
Happy
pink
birthday
mug
to Pearl's
opposite.
son.
It's a
Aww.
with 2 pirates on it.
Did she just say pirates?
I muted her because I think she thought she was muted.
No, she's not muted. I can hear her. Oh, no.
She wants something with a couple pirates on it.
Booty hole on the
I
pad.
heard the
My
pirates.
girl.
Oh my God.
Sorry about that. I forgot that I didn't have the mute on.
No, you're fine. I just heard
It's okay. I
pirates.
got you. I got you, girl.
All right, I just saw Soups now. I got caught in a bad wreck. I'm fine. Oh my God.
Wasn't with another deer, was it?
The winds are strong. Oh my God, it was like the winds were blowing the cars around.
Oh no.
Oh.
No,
It was
gets
some.
bad.
Wait. Was it somebody else's wreck and she was just stuck in traffic, or was she in a wreck?
It just says I got in a bad wreck. I'm fine. So I don't know if.
Oh no.
Because what happens a lot here are like when it snows like that, or pouring down rain, pileups happen all the time
Yeah.
on the highways and interstate. So it was probably one of those chain reaction. So I don't know. I'm thinking she got caught like in the aftermath, kind of.
Probably.
Yeah, God.
I hope it's just traffic.
Yeah. Or just being shaken up from witnessing 80 cars sliding into each other. But it's bad. It was like, I remember when I was saying it was kind of flash flooding, but not like I hydroplaned almost the entire way home. And then I get out on my driveway and the water is like over my feet, not quite to my ankles, but over my feet on the ground. It's bad.
Soup, I need some clarification.
And so she's probably watching the road and hopefully not her phone.
Right. Right. Pay attention to the road first, but
Yeah, I was
Yes.
wondering where she was. Hi, Lana. Lana. What I'm saying your name right?
Lana. I don't know. Is it Lana? Type 1
Is it-
for Lana. Type 2 for Lana.
It's probably neither. It's probably some like Bosnian pronunciation.
Okay, that did not help.
It's two,
Lana.
it's 2,
Okay.
Lana. It's
Lana.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now we know forever.
I hate getting people's names wrong.
Me too.
I know. But that's an easy one to get wrong.
And like bees, we've been calling BS this whole time, and it's bees, like
I thought it
bumblebee.
was bees, but you called it BS.
But it sounds like she typed
it
it
was you.
like BS, and then I heard what's her name calling her bees. I'm like, oh, it's bees. Well, I'll be damned.
Well, I think I heard that in TM's chat at one point.
Oh.
Bees.
And it was KB that called her, or no, yeah, KB called her bees.
You do
I'm
my
like,
intro again? Or am I late?
Huh?
Never mind.
people love your intro. Yeah,
Let's play it again.
It's the best.
Play it again.
play it again.
No, it's I was lagging on my screen. I was like, good.
Where's my intro, bitch?
Yeah, where's my intro?
Yeah.
Julie Applewhite.
Fucking Applewhite.
Badger's such a little prick. Why don't you lick my shit, you fucking bitch? And fuck your parents for having such a kind of a kid. Remember that I hate you, and please don't forget to go fuck yourself. La da 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 day. La da 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 do. Go fuck yourself.
That's amazing.
Oh, interesting. So Marlena is Marlena, not Marlena.
Oh, it said Marlena. It's Marlena. Okay.
I call her Marlena.
I do
So I'm
too.
good there.
Marlena.
So, like the song Marlena on the Wall.
I've never heard that one, but
Oh, Pollyanna wants it as a ringtone. I know, isn't that fabulous?
do 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 do.
Oh, hold on. Certified.
I like the little ding at the end, the little sparkle.
Oh yeah, certified has a message for someone. If you are that someone,
Fuck
this is
you,
for you.
certified.
Ooh.
Fuck you, certified.
Everybody say that.
Pearl,
Needs it
tell
from
them.
all of us.
Pearl, come
And
on,
fuck
give him
you,
a give
whoever's
him.
watching.
I want
Pearl,
Pearl to give
say
him
it.
a fuck you, certified.
I know,
Fuck you,
right?
certified.
There we go.
That's the best.
It sounds so official that way.
It's
I
so
know.
proper. It's so proper. That's why I said, how could anybody think Pearl was being mean? She's always so proper.
Oh, the
Yeah,
pretzel
that's-
makers will make anything mean.
Oh, I know.
You know,
Did you guys already talk about Moon?
we'll
Oh,
get
the
there.
show.
I don't think we haven't done that one yet. We will tackle that one.
I don't really want to give it space, but
Oh, but
I
there's
don't
a
want to
whole
give
video.
anybody space who I don't watch, and I didn't watch a fucking thing of that.
oh, I
There's a
just
whole
caught some
video.
last night.
My darlings, I'm going to go down to the chat now.
Oh.
I'm sorry about not muting. I
Love you,
started talking
Pearl.
about porn and a man appeared.
Yes.
It's funny how that works. I'm going to go down to the chat now.
Fuck you,
All right.
certified.
Good
Look what
night,
you
Pearl.
did.
Thanks for coming up with us.
Good night,
Fuck you,
Pearl.
certified.
Clip that.
That's the best.
That is the best.
Ooh,
She is the
Blue
best.
Eyes. We'll be praying.
She
How
just
old
makes
is your
it sound so
granddaughter?
nice. Like she can cuss you out, or she
I
doesn't really
know.
cuss you out, but she just says shit that makes you feel pleasant, right?
Even if she's mad at you, you feel
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie said they're going to trials. Sweet.
They are for Maya.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yes.
Awesome.
That is so amazing.
But still,
Good.
no, they have not found her.
No.
Okay. Blue Eyes, how old is your granddaughter?
Rianne, I have no idea what is up with Nightbot tonight. Let me check.
Nightbot's being naughty.
Is Nightbot timing people out for 5 seconds?
For 5 seconds, but there's nothing. There's no.
5 years old. Oh,
No filter.
oh, she's 11. 11, sorry. Oh, my word.
I don't understand why it's doing that.
I hate it when little kids have to go through that. They're so much tougher than the rest of us.
Yeah. They are.
They just bounce back.
I had a nephew that had the open heart surgery. He was probably 3, 4.
Oh, my word.
And he's 16 now, but
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing good, but it's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Nightbot is deleting comments.
Yeah, I
is
just
what
saw.
Jamie says.
Love it is all she said. What the actual fuck?
We're twins.
Is that in our comments to delete?
Big hugs, Marlena.
Do we have keywords to delete?
No, but I know people were saying too, like even moderators, like there's something with links. If you're spamming the chat with the same link or links, period, they're deleting them and timing out, and emojis. But yeah, Nightbot isn't, I don't understand it because Nightbot isn't, he's supposed to just drop links. That's it. There's no spam filters, no nothing.
We please, yes. I always wanted to know that too. If psychics know things, how come they don't know lottery numbers?
Let me go in. That's what I say too. You want to
I
prove
agree.
you're a psychic? Give me the winning Powerball numbers.
Call that number. I'm going to go buy me a ticket. And I'm going to say, okay.
My psychic said so.
Dang, gives it all the freaking rain. That's probably why you're losing connection. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rihanna. I have no idea.
I didn't see you do anything
Nightbot.
wrong.
Nothing on Nightbot. I'm going into Studio to see if there's something maybe not right on there.
Oh, man.
Get that like
Make it
completely
sun all over the country. Oh, and ice. No, you keep your ice. I'm sure ours is coming.
Yeah, it's gonna freeze overnight, I bet you.
Randy W., can we?
Content. Oh shit! Pearl wanted us to do a poll for something. What was it?
Yes, pies.
Favorite pies.
Pie
Yeah,
bots.
your
favorite pie bots.
Yeah.
Pie
They
what?
wanted you to pie vote. Give your vote in the poll for your favorite pie. Pie vote.
Pie vote.
Oh! Pie votes. I get it. Pie votes. Okay, so we're gonna do a pie vote. If I can remember how to do it. No. Right, maybe I have to do this. Pie vote. Oh, I forget.
Apple, pumpkin, or pecan.
Chocolate chess.
I like lemon.
All right, how do I do
I
this
like
again?
lemon.
How many choices can you put in on the poll?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. We shall see in a minute. Edit.
Right, Kiki? She could ask. Maybe then she could win
cream.
and pay
Banana.
Cindy back.
Banana cream.
I forget how to do this now. Details. No, that's not it. It's somewhere around here on this thing.
Hey, turn up that temperature.
I don't know.
It's cold in here. Yeah, that's what I mean. Turn it up.
Damn it to hell. Okay, edit title, description, promote, download, delete forever. No, I just did this damn thing. Oh, no, wait. Wrong one. That's why I can't find it. We're live. Jesus. Okay, edit and control room. There we go. Oh, my God. You can tell I'm tired. So freaking tired. Oh, Lenny's pie vote is for strawberry rhubarb. Ricotta pie.
I've seen lemon.
Everyone get in your pie votes.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Yeah, so, what the hell was I talking about? With, the Jody Sue thing, with, I guess it was Benny's live. He called the police on Jody, and that's where he said he's being threatened. He spoke with Detective Pruitt, and he's like, yeah, I'm being threatened, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, who's threatening you? And he goes, Suspect Brown. And, Pruitt responds with something to the effect of, well, first of all, she's not a suspect, or, well, she's not a suspect. And then basically said, you're a pussy, shut the fuck up. And then there was another one.
Pussy.
Yeah, like, really? And then there was another one where he
gotta hear
called
this.
the Summer Wells tip line to report Dawn Wells was intoxicated and threatening him. And then there was the one he was going on. Oh, that was the one. No, the tip line where he was using the wrong words again. Anyway, I tried clipping them, and then I had better things to do, so I never got to finish all of them. But he makes a comment like, yeah, I was going to put up $10,000, and that preempted other people to put up. Like, that's not the meaning of preempt. Like, he got it completely wrong. Like, no, that's not.
Help me, YouTube.
Benny tries to use some words, but he just uses them all wrong.
Yeah, and then there
He
was
truly
another
does.
I mean, they're actual words and all.
I give him an
they're
A
not in
for
the right
effort.
place.
Your position, I understand, is a like, no, her position is not a detriment. Her position, she's like, that's not what. Yeah, he meant prompted, Pearl. Exactly. Like, a detriment would be like something negative, like her, but he just. Oh, stop. Just somebody buy him like a dictionary.
He tries.
Doris.
He does try. But the thing is nobody in his lives calls him out on his words. How is he going to figure it out if nobody tells him?
Yes, exactly. Nobody like bothers to, they just keep on acting like he's so smart and so profound. Like the epidural. Yeah, lip lock. Right. Man. Drooling over what? Drooling on their mama's floor? Man. God. Pearl makes your epidural crawl.
Yeah, right.
Pearl
Pearl's the best.
Queen of everything.
You know, I watch BK for the most part. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I don't. I want to hear what he's talking about sometimes, and if it's not what I want to hear, I click off. But
I only listen when he's like ripping on somebody.
I can't. I don't have the patience waiting for him to get to the freaking point.
I mean,
So
if they're
many
talking about
like that,
Summer, I can't help it but watch because I want to hear what everybody is saying. I love this little girl. I don't even
Yeah.
know this little girl. I want her to be found. And so I watch everybody, even if it comes to Ziggy sometimes, even though I can't stand her. I just feel like lately nobody's doing her any justice. Nobody's remembering
That's
her. Nobody is
exactly why I don't
nobody's
watch.
focusing, and that's why I'm so happy for our live tomorrow night because I want to get back to Summer.
Oh,
And
So if
where's that
anybody can
live
drop
gonna-
our true crime channel tomorrow night, we are going to have Cam and Scott H, and we are going to talk about Summer. Summer. It is her case, and we are going to talk about her.
Remember that little girl that went missing?
And
Summer.
everybody's forgot. All the creators are in an uproar or whatever with each other, and it's all about this and that, and the clicks and the views and the parents who aren't saying a fucking thing. No, we're getting back to Summer.
Yes, Harley. Yeah. He brings nothing. That's why I can't even watch because nobody has jack shit. Dawn isn't going to tell anybody anything. Candace certainly is not going to tell anybody anything.
And I love Harley. I wish she would get back up here. I told her I miss your sarcasm.
Pin this to the... Okay, so True Crime Circle is pinned.
Okay.
What?
We'll
What
be on
happened to
that
our
tomorrow
call?
night with Cam and Scott H. And we are talking about Summer, not about shenanigans.
The link doesn't work. No, wait a second. Oh, I can't click it from there. That's dumb. Oh, yeah, what the hell? Wait a second. Okay, wait, that's the right one. Now, who posted that one? Damn it, and I freaking clicked out. God, I really need to go to bed and sleep. Okay, I think it was... All right, that's the one. I got it. It's like really finicky.
I get it, Lenny, and I'm not saying that what Dawn, Candace, or Grandis should be dismissed. I just don't think they're going to tell us anything they haven't already said. We're not going to learn another thing from them. And frankly, I think that they're and Jodie Sue Brown are the biggest distractors from Summer's case. So ex-nay them, let's get back to Summer.
Yes.
That's my thought. I don't want to talk to Dawn. I don't want to talk to the Wells. I don't want to talk to any suspect in this case.
No, I get why they do it, but I kind of wish that law enforcement would give us a little crumb.
Do too. If law enforcement could eliminate certain people, that would be amazing.
Right, yeah.
And by them not eliminating certain people, it makes me feel like they have no idea. It makes me feel like they're no better off now than they were in the beginning.
Dawn says we told the whole story. Right, and there's nothing else to tell. Like, I don't understand. The only reason anybody on YouTube wants Dawn Wells on their panel is to make money off you, Don, because you're not going to say anything that you haven't already said before. Am I correct? So it's
I
futile.
believe that.
I mean this with no disrespect. Dawn, nobody on YouTube can help you. They're making
No,
money
you
off
can.
of you.
The only thing that you can do to help the YouTubers is talk about Summer. Tell us
Don't talk to them
what
at
Summer
all.
what Summer liked and what Summer was like. Bring
They're still,
Summer
they want you
back.
on their panel because Dawn Wells on a panel gets views. Dawn,
Yep,
did you know
clicks
that?
and
When
views.
you go
Yeah,
into
but
it,
what have we learned from Don now that we didn't learn from Don prior to him going to jail? Not a
Right.
damn thing.
Not a
So
damn
I
thing.
agree. I agree with Eliza, Don. If you are going to go on a panel, don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about YouTubers. Talk about your daughter only. Because honestly,
When did she say Dada?
yeah.
When did
Honestly,
that happen?
like
How
if
I wouldn't even give them that because they only want you to make money off you.
Yep,
you're right.
that's
And
true.
I don't
But if
want
he's
to.
going to do it, just talk about Summer. Summer,
Make
Summer,
it about
Summer,
your
Summer,
daughter.
Summer.
Just talk about that
The
beautiful
time
baby.
to redeem yourself is after Summer is found and brought home in whatever capacity that is. Then
Right.
you can go back to the rest of it. But for right now, it is Summer.
Yeah, that's really
A
Dawn
beautiful little
certified.
girl.
And I'm trying to reason with the man. These people on YouTube, they cannot help you. They can't. They're not law enforcement, not searchers. There is not a damn thing any of us can do besides to post her photo and the contact information. That's it. You can tell us
No.
100 times her favorite color is purple and she likes to twirl. What the fuck is that doing? It's not doing anything. These people want you because you get views. Views equal money in their pockets. They're using you. Every
They
single
They
one
are
of them.
using you.
Right. Don's doing something for them. They're not doing shit for him.
They're
No,
trying
You
to
heard the
catch.
cow lady. The cow lady was salivating over Don Wells.
What can we do?
Don Wells. Oh, Don Wells. Oh, we have contact with Don Wells. Oh, we're getting answers.
No,
We're
they're
not
trying to
getting
catch.
answers to anything valuable. We're not getting answers to anything that finds Summer. I don't know if Don and Candace had anything to do with it. I have no idea. But if they didn't, how are we going to get the answers that find Summer? And if they did, they haven't given it up in 19 months.
And if Don truly does not know, he truly does not know. Is he going to magically wake up tomorrow and have some kind of revelation? Oh my God, they're milking you to get views, to increase their ad revenue, to increase super chats and cash apps. That's it. It's you're a cash cow.
They are absolutely hoping to create some kind of something that they can make a circus out of. They want you to screw up. They want you to be outrageous, outlandish.
Yes.
And so
Well
they
said,
can talk
Sister.
about that instead of talking about Summer.
Yes, and like Miss Daisy here just says, if this is an open investigation, you shouldn't be talking about anything anyway. Nobody on YouTube is gonna, show up in Tennessee and magically say, yeah, that's the only thing people can do is to keep sharing her photo.
Don Wells, I agree.
Is Summer Wells is missing. She went missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. Everything else, it's irrelevant for us because we're not going to find her. I'm sorry. I wish we could, but we can't.
But we can make sure that everybody remembers who she was and they know who Summer is. But That's all we can really do is just keep her name out there and let law enforcement know that we haven't forgot about Summer and nobody should give up on her until she comes home.
That's right. We
That
want
is
our family.
I
Yeah,
want
but
Summer
keep it
home.
on Summer. These people, they don't give a shit about Summer. They want to make money off of Dawn.
Yeah.
And that's
Why everybody's throwing a fit because Dawn won't come on their panel. Dawn won't talk to them because they're losing a shit ton of YouTube ad revenue and super chats.
That's right.
It's not about Summer, because anybody, it doesn't matter if Don Wells hates your guts and will not speak to you, you still could be streaming all day with Summer. But they don't. They want to exploit the parents of missing children because it's become the Dawn and Candace show.
Right.
It's like
I
a really
agree.
bad reality show where, you know, a child is missing and 3 other kids have been put into state custody. Like this is real life.
well,
Right.
tomorrow our true crime show will be about the Summer Wells show.
Yes,
What
we will be
happened?
live about Summer
Where is
Wells
Summer Wells?
tomorrow on True
Not
Crime.
about Dawn, Candace, or Jodie Sue Brown.
Nope. We don't want to hear about those folks. We want to hear about Summer and what happened that day.
Yeah, and I
if Dawn truly had nothing to do with it, and this will come out later, then I'm sorry. But
no.
I've never said anything that I really truly have to say sorry about, because I don't believe in accusing people before you have facts, right? You can talk, you can speculate, you can do all kinds of things, but I'm not going to accuse until we have facts.
Right.
Yeah,
And yes,
that's for the law enforcement to do the accusations, correct?
Right.
You know, that's not
Right.
For me, this case has always been what brought me into the true crime is that little face, Summer. I wanted to know what happened to her, and to this day, I still want to know where's Summer.
Well, that's what brought all us jerks together with Summer's
That's
case.
right. That's right. We're all here because
So
of one little girl.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her to come home and to tell her about all the things that she changed.
Yeah.
And as Tragedy Pimps Exposed said, our streams are not monetized. We do not earn money from YouTube. It costs us money to have a channel, to have these channels.
Yeah.
And could we be monetized? We could. We
could.
choose
We
not
are.
to.
Me too. Mama jerk, me too.
We have chosen not to.
And at some point, we will monetize the true crime one just because of the amount of time that Eliza and Pearl put into stuff.
Yep.
But I say we never monetize a video on Summer, and that's my personal opinion.
Right.
100%
I agree.
Or the one on Michael Vaughn as well.
Or Michael Vaughn. You're right.
Don Wells, I agree. I can't imagine. I just can't.
Yeah, and the sad reality thing is, Dawn, like nobody here can help you. The people, they promise you the world, but nobody's gonna hand you $10,000 to do what you need to do. It's futile. They're stringing you along because they want to make nice with you. They want to get on your good side, so you will go on their channel and speak on their panel so they can get 1,000 in their chat.
They're hoping to make $10,000 off of you, not
We
to give
denied.
you $10,000.
Yes. Your best bet.
Don Wells, if I can say one thing to you, here's the thing I'm going to say. Do not let another person on your property, another YouTuber.
Cam and Allie are all right.
Cam and Allie are great. But as far as Bullhorn Betty, Molly Go Lightly, I just don't let them up there, because in all honesty, it is about views and clicks. And I don't know at what point they honestly have Summer like at heart, right? I don't think they do. Or Ziggy. You're right, 6 Up.
Oh,
Ziggy.
good God.
Do not let Ziggy on your property.
Don't let Ziggy up.
Avoid
She will
Ziggy like
record
the
your
plague.
ass and she will make it content.
And she'll record your ass, but it'll be really crappy. So then it'll make it sound like whatever she
Yeah.
wants it to sound
Well,
like, as far as what you
she's
said. Don't do it.
going around spinning this narrative that Candace, because Fred Hill told her, but Ziggy is going around telling people Candace was selling babies from the
Or
property.
Candace was pregnant a couple months prior, but there are no photos to prove this. And she took a lot of photos with her kids, but there's not one photo to prove that as a fact.
Right.
And I'm sure the
Yeah.
kids
the
would
other
know
thing.
that mom's having a baby in the bathroom.
Yeah.
This is why you need to avoid those YouTubers. They're very dangerous.
They
Yeah, there's
are.
nothing-
And he just wants to, in my honest opinion, I feel like Don just wants to put info out there.
And for God's sakes, Don, if you talk to Fred, tell him to quit talking to Ziggy too. She's exploiting him as well.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, the best thing and the only thing anybody can do
Anyway.
for Summer is to keep sharing her photo.
They just want content.
Scan every face in every crowd of children. Look for, that's it.
Are you guys still
YouTube
there?
just wants to make money. Yeah, I'm here. Can't you hear me? Am I muted? Can nobody hear me? Am I talking
I
to
can
myself?
hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you.
We hear you. Talk.
okay. No, because Tits couldn't hear. I thought maybe I was on mute.
Yep,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all-
I get what everybody's saying. His instinct, he wants to defend himself, but it doesn't, because people spin their narrative anyway. It doesn't matter how many times you
Ren, I
block.
agree. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I
They're
agree.
trying to bait Dawn into coming on panel to
because they
defend.
want money.
They want money because they know if they pack their chat with 1,000 or more people, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I cut out for a bit, I guess. It said I lost connection.
Do you
No, I
mind
just
keeps
feel
doing
like
that
Don's
tonight?
being
It's booted me a
used.
couple times too.
One other thing I want to tell Don Wells is Lips is not Candace's
Leanna?
friend.
No. Lips
Neither
is
of
the one
them.
who started. She's as bad as freaking Jenna.
Yeah.
I guarantee you she is recording everything for the sole purpose of putting it on her to make money off of it.
Yep. She is using Candace and she is just getting details and whatever she wants to think she has the information to solve Summer's case. Lips is using her.
Just like Jenna
And
did.
why did anybody need to know that Candace put a baby up for adoption? How does that help find Summer? Exactly.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Exactly. It's for shock value and for content.
A lot of stuff that has been brought out was for shock value and content and had nothing at all to do with finding Summer. Absolutely nothing. So many things that I've heard about that had nothing to do with finding that little girl. I don't care about that nonsense. I kind of
don't
got caught
either,
up in
and
it for a
that's-
little bit, and for why? It didn't help, not one bit. We're still here a year and a half later wondering where this little girl is. None of that helped.
Nope.
I agree.
It was just garbage.
Just hurt people in the process.
Absolutely.
Well, and I know that this is not a public opinion, But I agree with Cam when he said you have to separate the sister's case from Summer's case.
I
Yes.
know. I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree with that.
I do agree
don't
with that.
know if that trickled down to Summer. We have no idea. But those are two separate cases. Yeah, you can look at history repeats itself. You can look at this and that. But they are two separate cases. And if that
mean-
truly happened, I pray they get justice. But that is not Summer's case.
Right. Dawn's sisters never disappeared.
No.
They didn't disappear without a trace. Summer
No.
did.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to focus on.
I agree.
I mean, if there's a case with the sisters, that's a separate thing and they should pursue it and all of that. But let's keep Summer's name out of it. Let law enforcement decide that later if it's related. But right now, none of it matters until they find Summer.
No, I agree. And I never want to put that shit on Summer until we're told. Right? I don't want to put
Right.
that happened to her until we're told it did. And I have to think that you have to look at his oldest daughter, his oldest kids and stuff and see, I mean, did that happen? I don't know.
I don't think that that's for us to worry about because,
No.
again, how does that help find Summer?
No, it doesn't. I feel
at
like, in my
hand-
personal opinion, it's two separate cases. And if that truly happened to them, then yes, they have my full support and I hope they get justice. But that is not Summer.
I mean, bringing all this stuff in has brought in the wildest speculations
Yeah.
that
it has.
are
Really?
so
Every-
out there and absurd and unrealistic and it's all based on, well, if this happened, then this must have happened and this must have happened, and then the guy on the moon came down and swooped up and took Summer, and that's what happened.
Yeah. He flies on the coleslaw. On the coleslaw. No, I agree with you. I think we have to look at it separately. I think that it muddied the waters and it automatically made you assume that Dawn had something to do with it. And
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
might not be the case. I mean, I've heard people say he has an alibi. He was at work. I don't know what's true, what's not true. It's not for me to decide, but what's for us to talk about is where's Summer?
Right,
Where's
Pollyanna. That's all we truly know. The only facts that the public know in this case was June 15th. Summer was videoed playing in the water, and she was seen out and about with her mom. She was there 1 minute, the next minute she's gone. We don't know anything else.
Yeah.
We know
And
that.
I want to believe that she was alive on that day because I believe authorities have video to back that
Yes.
up.
Yes, she was seen at Walgreens, and I believe she was seen at Sonic and Highbridge.
Yeah.
And I believe other people have also, like credible people, have seen her. And there was no evidence of an accident, no evidence of death. They got her scent going down that trail. They got footprints. Now, were they actual footprints? I don't remember the story. Is it footprints or a scent hit?
It was a scent going down the trail or the driveway, and then there were footprints off the property, according to Cam.
Yeah,
and
on that
whoever
ridge.
he heard that from. But here's the thing with the accident. Do you think these people are masterminds that they can cover up an accident so fucking perfectly?
I don't think masterminds can even cover up an accident.
No. I watch enough true crime to know that doesn't happen. So, no, the accident theory for me is out the window. The abduction theory for me like what do you call it? Not known abduction. Like if they knew there was adoption, that could be possible. But like somebody unfamiliar to them abduction is out the window for me. If they're in a rural place, it just doesn't happen. So if there was an abduction, it was somebody they knew, somebody planned, somebody something.
Somebody
It was
familiar
not
to that hill.
somebody unknown just comes up there and snaps her. No. Those are my personal opinions. But I don't feel like that they're the masterminds behind an accident cover up. That shit doesn't happen.
I thought it was something like opportunistic. Like, I think if we're going by the story Candace told, she went down in the basement. My mind goes to next her being like, I don't want to play inside. This sucks. I want to go outside. So she goes out the back door, and God only knows what weirdo is lurking around. Neighbor's kid.
Yeah, but in my mind, it was somebody they knew or somebody planned to be there.
And it could
Maybe
be
somebody was planned to do this.
Look how many times there's a serial killer or something horrific happening next door, and the neighbors are like, oh my God, I never would have suspected them. I had no idea that was going on. Like, you truly don't know who anybody is. Like, this whole time, Fred Hill.
Well, and that's the thing. We even heard Don say this, and I clipped it on the Cow Ladies channel the other night, where they were asking him questions, and he said, in response, do you think Candace had anything to do with this? He said something to the fact, and I'd have to go back and listen to what I clipped, but he said she was hanging out with a lot of people who were drinking and not good people, right? And so it makes me think, who has been on this property recently that we don't know about?
Right.
Could they have come back? Could they have come back? Could they have come back knowing that she's there? Could they have come back knowing that Candace drinks?
Or
I mean, if they had been on this property, do they know Dawn's truck? Do they know Dawn's truck's not there? Do they know she's here?
And Dawn takes everything she says as value, too. I think deep down, Dawn's gut is telling him, this isn't what happened. Dawn.
In my honest opinion, if I had to guess, and this is my guess, Dawn doesn't know, but Candace does.
I think Candace
knows. That is my honest opinion.
She knows something. Or like
she
Poppy
knows
said, like
she knows who. She knows why. She knows something.
Let me take Summer for ice, or let me, do this. Take her to get a hamburger.
What was Candace doing with her when Dawn was at work and things that he didn't possibly know about? You don't know. And I'll never put, the essay allegations on her until it's time, but you don't know what was happening to her when you're at work. And he said he worked a lot. My honest opinion is Dawn doesn't know, but Candace does. Candace very much does. And I think Dawn has suspicions, but he doesn't know.
Yeah, I think Dawn has suspicions, but he's trying to, maintain the family unit. And
thanks, Flies.
Way too much at face value. Let's see.
Right.
Grandis is my number 1. Candace is my number 2. Dawn is my number 3. And this is coming from somebody who's been there and knows this family very well.
Right.
So
Grandis is number 1. Huh.
Her comments to me hold a lot of weight. Just saying. I'll tell you later who it is.
Yeah, no, you're fine, but that makes me shit.
Yeah.
Now you got to rethink
I know that
everything,
really
right?
has me thinking because she's somebody extremely credible. Well, not know them, but you've been there.
No, but still, like that. It makes
Seen
you
the
think, right?
surrounding, seen.
And then if you got grandest number one, you have to think about Rose Bly at that point.
Yes.
And what happened to her? Oh God, shit!
Y'all are getting down
I don't
rabbit
even know what to
holes.
say now. Like now,
No.
now, my mind is. That's a brain fuck.
Yeah, we got to save some of this for tomorrow night.
And that's okay. We'll have lots to talk about tomorrow night because Scott H and Cam have tons to say. But
You almost called him Scotch tape. I heard you.
Scott H, I was gonna call him Scotch. No, I wouldn't. He's our husband. This is why I want to have those discussions, though. And if you're involved in Summer's case, email us. If you want to come on panel, email us because this is our goal with the True Crime Channel. Is to so we're gonna have Cam and Scott first, but we want to have other creators. And so I know, like, Days was like, "Hey, I'll come." Like we want to have other people on panel too to just have discussions about what we know, what are the facts, what we've heard, what we've, whatever, and just talk this through.
Lip Lock.
Lip
I would
Block
like
would
to
be
have her.
great. I would love Lip Block and Angel.
Yes, they have stayed on Summer and about Summer.
Yeah. I would love Lip Lock and Angel too. Or Lean on Me, Days, any of them. Like anybody who has followed this case, who has anything to talk about, like we just want to have discussions and talk this through without the muddied waters.
The common denominator in both girls is grandest. Yes.
Which is crazy. Gosh. I'm going back to the drawing board now.
Well, that's what I said. I think our best bet is to go back to the drawing board. Forget everything that we heard on YouTube. Get the whiteboard out. Start June 15th.
Yeah.
And then either work backward if we have to, or work, go hour by hour.
Let's work with just facts and cut the rumor out.
Would you want to come on panel, Lean on Me?
Yeah, anyone who wants to come on panel, email circlejerk.2022@gmail.com for a link. I'll put it in chat here.
Yeah. Because we want to have anybody who has followed this case, who has something to add, say, whatever, just to kind of talk this through. I think Lean on Me would be a good one. She's followed a lot for a long time.
Yeah, Hunter also stated he thought Grandis could have done it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how credible Hunter is to me, though, either.
Well, and that's true, too. Or Hunter's parents.
Right.
Yeah. Is somebody eating?
It's $69 more.
I'm not, but I could if you wanted me to.
It wasn't me.
Was this funny?
I was muted out. Yeah.
I heard a fork.
I thought I heard cereal.
Marlena, I don't know that, but Dawn, if you're still in chat, Marlena wants to know if Ellie is currently actively investigating Summer's case. I think yes, because it's not a cold case. That would be my thought, but
certified. Tango, what are you eating? Because I'm hungry and I need to eat something. And I don't know what I
she's
want to
eating
eat.
something.
I'm not eating. I was
How
muted
do you
out. I'm not eating.
know?
Oh, I thought you said I am, but I'm muted.
No, I'm not eating.
Whoever was eating, confess and tell Lolita what you were eating.
It's not me. So
No, I'm gonna eat
Sorry, it
cereal.
was me.
Buttercup.
I'm eating
That's
nugget
all right.
and granola.
You made me want cereal now.
See, it was
Kids
cereal. You were
ate it.
right.
Sorry.
The bowl.
She's
spoon
eating
on the
yogurt and
bowl
granola.
I knew
triggered
because
my,
mine
like,
was crunchy stuff.
but people smell that sound right there. It just made me hungry, but not like, people smell food and they get hungry. I hear that sound and I immediately think, oh my God, I want blueberry morning cereal. And I don't have any. No, I'm sad. Yeah. Who said what? That sound and to me triggers like breakfast. Yeah, where is True Crime Tamara? I don't know. Hopefully she shows up tomorrow night because she's like a very good addition to our true crime chats. Honeycombs.
I have a question to ask.
No. Captain Crunch is the best.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Buttercup.
So I just wanted to know the court, how your courts were compared to like Australia's. I know would be different to, how it is in America. But if you take someone to civil court, let's say, for instance, someone owes you money and you take it to court and the magistrate then says, okay, well, you've won and you need to be owed your money. Do you guys have, like, in Australia, we have where we can pay for our sheriff department to go actually knock on the door, and they've got the right to go into that person's house and take a TV or take any type of property where they can sell it off and then pay.
That
you guys
is not
don't
a
have
thing
that?
here.
They can,
okay.
in certain states, they'll garnish your wages. In other states, you're shit out of luck. Even with child support, I believe Michigan, they'll take like 90% of your paychecks for child support, but other states, I think they take 49. I believe they can't take more than 49 or more than 51. One of those numbers.
Yeah, we have that with child support too, where if you owe money, during tax time or during your pay, like they will take it out. They won't even ask you; it will be taken. So that's what I just wanted to know because, our sheriff, because I know that it's different. We have the police. We don't have how all your towns and you all have different rules and regulations, but we have like a section where it's a sheriff department and they have authority and the right to go into your home and take whatever they want that they know will get the value of what is owed to the person that you owe money to.
The police cannot come into your home without a search warrant here in America.
Okay.
But there are cases where I heard of people who owe the IRS money. They'll come in, like super rich people. They'll come in and they will like confiscate.
They will confiscate.
It's called seizing. They'll seize your assets.
Yeah.
Like you have like fine art or something like that. That sometimes
I don't think that happens on personal cases.
Right. That's under order of the court. You can't just they're not just coming and knocking and I'll take that TV. No,
but that's where I mean, you take the person to court and then the magistrate actually says, okay, you owe this some amount. And then you can actually pay an additional to get the sheriff department. They've actually got the right, and they can, if they know that you own the home, so the home is written in, under your name, or if you're renting and the deed, like everything is under your name, then they've got the right to go into your home. So that's why I just wanted to see what you guys, what rule you may have.
That's not a thing here.
Okay.
No.
Just, when you think out loud and you think, is there any other way that, a certain someone can pay a certain debt?
Yeah. Well, especially how it is there compared to here, but no, that's not a thing here.
Yeah, we're like 33 million compared to, you guys, you're 300 plus million. It's a huge difference.
Different because this is going to be a criminal thing and there's different rules for criminal versus civil.
Of course.
Are we talking about Z now?
Georgia Sky, the link is pinned up top.
Titsy, I was just throwing it out there. I wasn't talking about anyone
Oh.
in particular, but there is a certain person that we can all think of. But yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I just thought it would have been nice
I'll
if
just
she
say
was
the
here.
FTC wants the info. So that's all I'll say.
Oh, okay.
Which here we have the Federal Trade Commission.
That and someone at Walgreens and said she was acting crazy. That does ring a bell. I'm trying to remember that story now.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, hey, Scott.
Ooh.
Hey. Who was acting crazy at
Husband
Walgreens?
decided to show up.
Was Z acting crazy at Walgreens?
He may have been. We don't know. Scott, were you acting crazy? Scott Scholes.
Rihanna, that's what I understood too. Is that is true as far as I know.
Scotty Scholes.
Scotty Scholes was acting crazy at Walgreens? What?
I don't know. Somebody just said Scotty Scholes, and I don't know what they're responding to.
Blue Eyes Scott owes me child support for the imaginary baby I've got.
Oh yeah, Scott, we may have a
Child
jerk
support
baby.
for the jerk baby.
Not right now, but maybe next month.
And
Listen
it's a
here, you
girl.
bitch, pay.
Jerk.
It's a girl, so
We're
she's
gonna
gonna
let
be
you know.
expensive.
We're gonna let you know. God, can you imagine a jerk baby? Shit, that'd be the best thing ever. Can we put Tits McGee somewhere in there though?
I normally wouldn't go a middle name, but I'll give you the middle name.
Yes.
Could you just highlight where Summer at 1-800-TBI find? It just said, they said, I believe Candace and Don got court papers that said that they are taking their parental rights now, is why they are so mad right
I believe
now.
they already revoked their rights.
I think
Yeah, I
think
thought
it was
that had
so
happened.
last year.
Yeah.
No, that's what Cam mentioned in a couple chats ago, and I haven't been able to verify it with him, but he also mentioned that they've got their rights taken away. So what they're paying is back child support right now,
Yep.
not actual child support. That is what he mentioned, but we'll
Yeah,
be
even
on
when
panel
you're-
with him tomorrow night, and we can verify that.
Even when your parental rights are terminated, you're still on the hook for child support.
Yeah,
Not for the back child support.
for the back.
Well,
Yeah,
even
but not
for
going
future,
forward.
until
So
they
they
get.
weren't paying while Don was in jail. And so my understanding is that that is what they have to pay right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I
No,
don't
once
know
they-
anything about this, and I'm not saying anything about it, but I know, like, here, typically, if you're $2,000 behind, they can take your license, they can take all kinds of stuff. So
Mhm.
maybe they have a payment plan so that they don't do that. And if they don't make their payments, they could take it. Because we heard that the job had paid December's.
Can I mention, just going off the case of, the talk of Summer at the moment, I wanted to mention another case. Is that okay? I know we don't normally would.
Go for it.
But I just wanted to talk about, if you listened to Marissa yesterday about Von McRae.
I did
know,
hear that.
Yeah, a lot of people might not know what the case is about. It's about a gentleman that, trigger warning, had been found to try to unalive himself, but he's been in a coma for quite a few months now. But what I wanted to comment was more, there were some people that went on another panel and felt triggered with what had been said or what was shown, because yesterday Marissa was showing the police footage and everything of that day. You know, it finally came out. Someone was able to get it, and it finally was shown. Now, my suggestion to people like that is, because I even was really bothered by it, but I really wanted to see, because I was quite invested in that, the case, and I've watched it from the beginning, and my heart goes out to the family. But my thing is, to anyone listening, that if you're watching a creator or a channel holder and they're showing something that you don't like we say, press the X button, switch off. Don't let it affect you, or don't then feel triggered to the point that you may feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Or then go on a chat and then have a go at Marissa over showing something like that. Because at the end of the day, that's something I wanted to see. That's something that 2,000 people in chat wanted to see yesterday. It was something that was months in the making, that was really interesting, that a lot of questions were, always questioned about what happened that day. How did the wife react that day? There were so many things that we were questioning, and I was really glad to see, and actually hear as to what had happened, even though, yes, it did bother me quite a bit, and it would have triggered many people. But don't go then on a panel and then go on and on about it, about how it made you feel and how it made you want to unalive yourself. Then just switch off, please. Don't sit there watching it. Do you know what I mean? Or it's because you have a personal vendetta against a certain creator, then you're going to go on and complain about that. Don't do that, because there's people like myself and others that want to see what had happened to this poor man and what the situation was. And there's such a big story behind this, and my heart goes out. And at the end of the day, his mother, his father, and his stepmother were in the chat who support what Marissa does with this, and they were there listening. And Marissa called them prior to going live and advised them what was going to happen. So don't say that, she shouldn't have done that when she had the full support of the family. The family were in chat, were chatting with people in the chat. So it just, don't do that. So if a channel holder decides to put a certain thing on their channel, you have every right or every choice to turn it off. So please then don't go on to another panel and complain about it. That's all I have to say about that.
I agree. We all wanted to know, to put the pieces together of what had happened. Not that we still know, because she's not charged. So
it was heartbreaking.
We needed those pieces.
Just even that visual, just to visually see. Yeah, I had to rewatch it. I watched it twice, and I was like on the verge of crying. Like, I was so affected by that, and I've never been affected in any sense in that way, but it was just to see it, and and how it, and even to see how she was reacting to it, and her mannerism, and her body language, and it was just really, really interesting. But more of the factors where I'm going is, if you have an issue or if you feel like it's affecting you, then switch it off. And then don't go to another panel and complain about the creator doing that when she had full support of his family.
Well, and here's what's crazy to me. I watch a lot of true crime documentaries. This is in the documentaries. But people complain about YouTube doing it, when the documentaries, do they get complained about it? No.
Like autopsy photos and stuff like that too. Just like
but they do the same thing there. They put this information out there. I've been watching tons lately, and I watch tons all the time on, Investigation, Discovery, Peacock, whatever. I watch documentaries, and all of this is documented and put out there. But yet, for some reason, people on YouTube find offense to other creators putting it out there. This is true crime.
For
and
something,
if you follow true crime, it's not pretty.
If it ever gets to be too much for you, click the X on the top right of your freaking screen.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes people on YouTube want true crime to be in this pretty package, but that is not true crime. And true crime is crime.
Wait,
Somebody did something somewhere.
Bridge just made a comment, but Bridge, could you elaborate on that, please? I just want to know. You know, she
Breeze
said that is so.
She
Sorry, go
lost
ahead.
her husband. Breeze lost her husband to suicide. I believe she found him much the same way. So I think she found it to be triggering.
Yeah, Bridge, look, I'm so sorry for that, and I totally understand. But, you know, Marissa did have the okay from his family to show that. So, you know, even if we agree or if we don't agree, you know what I mean? I don't know what to say to you about that, you know, because I've never been in that situation. I'm so sorry for that, you know, from my heart. But if you've got the okay from the family to show such a thing and it was given to her, you know, that's what I'm saying. You have that choice to, you know,
Right.
switch off.
I said the same thing. You cannot judge anybody in that situation. And then when people are
Definitely
asked
not.
why they didn't take evidence, they don't take evidence in unfortunately, I know quite a bit of people who committed suicides. The two most recent one was one of my best friends. Her and I have been best friends since 7th grade, and her teenage son had committed suicide in early 2020. And prior to that, the most recent was 2019. A young man my son's age committed suicide in his bathroom with a firearm, and it investigates suicides like homicides. It's very different. They're not gonna, bag the evidence, and the reactions are different too. Still to this day, years later, they have moments where they're calm and fine, and moments where they're out of it. You really don't know how you're gonna act when you walk into your grandma's house and you see your teenage son gone, or whatever, your husband gone. So that I do get that, Breeze.
And can I also comment just with what Bridge has written? I'm not judging what Dre has done, and I do not like her whatsoever with what I've seen, her prior videos, her videos after the fact of when her husband is in a coma and she's still going live and smiling and carrying on like there's nothing wrong. But I'm not judging her for what had happened that day. But I know that also there's people that, you know, they fight or they flight. There's two types of people. I've always been a fighter, but that is me. I know that, and I've done it plenty of times where if I see someone hurt, I've always run to help. I'm that type of person, but that is me personally. But I know that, you know, when listening to that 911 call yesterday of telling her to do CPR, she clearly wasn't. You know, and then to be worrying about the dogs. And there were just so many little questions. And I'm not judging, but I'm just saying that she could have been doing CPR on her husband instead of worrying about her surroundings. But like you said, you don't know what a person is doing or what is going through their head at that moment. But I know me personally, I would have been doing CPR and I would have not stopped because I would have been trying to save him. And then someone else made a question about the whole, you know, suicide and true crime. That's two different things. Yeah, but we don't know if he tried to unalive himself yet. There's still a lot of questions. It looked like that. It is said that that has happened, but to this day, we don't know for sure if he tried to unalive himself or what the situation is because there's too many questions.
I agree.
So that's why I said to Lilette, I would love to talk about this in our true crime because it is a very yeah.
Because I think people who have actually experienced it could bring some clarity to, because not everybody can do CPR. Some people, they're not confident in abilities. Or they're too freaked out. They're stunned, like a variety of reasons why they wouldn't, or they couldn't, even like the reactions too, because there's so many. And I don't know if you're going to understand what I'm saying. You can have like 3 different reactions all at the same time if that makes sense. You can be stunned, hysterical, and whatever. When you see something like that, it's like you're shell shocked. And the way I don't know, I guess it would depend on police departments, but when they come in, when they do the investigation, there's certain things that they look for, and I guess that determines if they feel there needs to be, like a criminal investigation. Then they call, and I do believe they had an investigator, didn't they? It wasn't just like regular police.
Well, I keep saying that she was cleared, but here's the thing: we witnessed on these videos, they picked up the rope, they picked up this and that. They had no gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a botched investigation, in my personal opinion. I think they assumed suicide and they went with that, as opposed to actually investigating it outside of that. I mean, we saw it. The cop went in there. She picked up the rope. She put it in a bag. She had no gloves. So, I mean, you can say she was cleared, and maybe she got away with it. We don't know. We really, truly don't know. But it was also kind of put, in their mind that, oh, this is just suicide, and they went along with that. And so we don't know.
Yeah, see, that's what I found.
I don't know if we'll ever have clarification on it. Honestly,
like
I don't think we will, really.
No.
They were quick to judge right away. Like, the cop was just talking to her, getting her statement, and then immediately saying, oh, yes, you're free to go. You can go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Let me look in this. But instead of taping
they didn't investigate it at that point. And what was the most damning evidence was her Facebook post, in my opinion, of her feeding him Xanax when he's unconscious to take it.
Yeah,
having a seizure.
Yeah.
He's having a seizure.
That was really the most damning evidence, but they didn't know this at that time, and they didn't follow protocol that this was anything other than a suicide. So I don't think we'll ever know what truly happened. And I don't think she'll ever be charged. That's my personal opinion.
No, I don't think either. But Breege, and this is no disrespect to you in no fashion. And every situation is different. And again, I'm sorry for what had happened to you and, what you had gone through. But like I'm saying again, I'm not judging. In a sense, I'm not judging her, but it's her actions that I'm questioning, not only on that day, but after. And the constant videos being put up and just everything that was said. She even turned around and said to Marissa, I'm living my best life. And now rumor has it that she's even dating someone new. Well, her husband is in a coma.
Leading up.
Yeah.
The actions leading up to this happening are under question too. Like, I think it's the whole just
so
was
it's not
not
really judging. No, it's really just questioning everything. To the lead up to the day it happened to after. So, but, I just want to say to Breeze, this is no disrespect to you. And, it's just unfortunate incident that, I don't mean to, upset you in any way, shape or form. Do you know what I mean? I know that it's a very touchy subject and a very sensitive subject.
Yeah.
That people are judging it as a whole, like her behavior prior, I think, was most in the day she found him, but what she was doing and how she was acting in the weeks leading up, and then not in the immediate aftermath, but it's been months now, and she's not acting like somebody who's grieving a husband.
No, because there's even a video of her, where she shot. Von's in a coma in the hospital. She bought a new dress. And she is, modeling the dress with Von in the background, modeling it on her Facebook, going, guys, what do you think? And it's like mentally, what is wrong with you? Look behind you. And see what your husband is going through. And then she's putting her saliva on him, because she
Yeah,
believes that it's a way to cleanse or clean him, or whatever is going through her mind. It's just her actions. So I'm not
it is.
necessarily judging. It's just questioning her mental state and what is going through her mind before and after, especially the videos. And she literally was posting these videos after, while he is in hospital.
Well, and that's what I didn't get because, like I've said before, my son was in the hospital on life support for weeks. I
Yeah.
have a shit ton of videos. I have a shit ton of pictures. Not one of those will ever make it to social media or anything like that. Those are my private memories. And I would never share those with anybody else. So I didn't get that because I would have never done that.
Yeah. It's just
So I get
unfortunate.
it. I understand where you're coming from. And I know this is a huge controversial case. I wonder if it wasn't Marissa or MGL or whatever you want to call her, would it be as controversial, or is it just because it's Marissa presenting it?
Yeah.
And I know that she is controversial. I get
Yeah,
it. I
she is.
don't agree with everything she does, says, whatever. I get it 100%. But I feel like in this instance, it was just automatically assumed that it was a suicide and nothing was looked beyond that.
Yeah. This is, I think, a good conversation to have on the other channel. Maybe, we can have a talk about it,
Either
because,
way,
yeah,
yeah. Either way, it's good on either channel. To be honest with you, it's a good conversation to have, but
definitely.
I don't know that we'll ever get answers that answers the true answers. I don't think we'll ever get those.
And can I ask, what is kratom like? I don't know what kratom is, but this is the first that I've heard of kratom with her, and, her introducing that. Is it some type of like a herb? Like,
It's like
what is
an
it? Because
opiate.
I don't know.
It
what did you say,
is
Lolita?
an
Is it a
opiate
herb?
It's
act.
Oh, it's an
illegal.
opiate.
It's
Oh, I
yeah,
know
it's
that
a
she was
plant.
crossing the border, but I think
Yes,
that was
it's
to get
it's a
Xanax. I wasn't.
kind of like
Sorry.
I don't know how to describe it. Stars like she describes it as a synthetic opiate, but it's actually natural. But it's kind of like an agonist, but it's not like full on opium.
Okay. Because she was giving that to the children, like to all of them, like the whole family, and it's fair enough if you want to take a vegan approach, sort of, because I am a vegan. I don't think I've ever told you girls, like, I'm a vegan. And yes, I do slip up, sometimes, but I try to stick to, that type of diet. But I don't force that on my husband, on my children, or anything. I feed them whatever they want, which, they eat meat, chicken, and everything. I would not force that upon anyone else, because that is my personal choice. But it's like she forced it upon her whole family. And, and you see the dramatic change of, because she was a bigger girl, and she had lost so much weight and then lost her hair. And, just she became just so thin, but even her personality had changed. And even, his, I think, personality was changing, with the videos of it being shown from a laid back, happy go lucky. Both of them were, it changed dramatically. So that's
Right.
where I just question kratom, like, because we don't have that here. So I just wasn't too
Oh,
sure, how much of an
it's
effect that can have.
a preparation
Oh, look,
of
Lip Block
leaves
just posted it.
of a
Oh, okay.
Southeast
Thank you,
Asian
Lip Lock.
Oh,
Lip Block posted what kratom is.
I knew it was herbal. I knew it was something herbal.
that produce an opiate. Yeah, it's
Okay.
an evergreen shrub.
So they are
There's
legal.
like
Okay.
different varieties. Yeah, there's like white, green, red, but I guess it's kind of like, I guess, how marijuana is described as like sativa, or what's the other one? There's hybrids. Yeah, that's
Hybrid
it.
indica.
It's like the same with
Actually, yes.
like red,
But
green.
I don't know. Is kratom is synthetic, right? So it's not.
No, it's natural.
It's
It
not
comes from,
something you can grow.
yes, it
No,
comes
I
from a
recall
shrub.
someone saying that you can even buy kratom at your gas stalls. So
It's in the
it's
coffee
so
family.
easy. Okay.
Here we go. No, I have it pulled up. Let me share my page.
I
Tango, I
don't
love you too, sweetheart. Sorry.
do it, so I don't know, but I think that's factual.
I think she used to cross the border to go get Xanax. That's what I recall with the story. It was she would cross the border and then bring back Xanax, you know, through from Mexico because they were right on the border. But yeah, the kratom,
Opioid withdrawal aid. Kratom is one of those plants you might assume is safe for drugs, but don't be fooled. To pills, powders, and teas. Yeah, there's the Latin name for it. It's a tree in the coffee family found in Southeast Asia and Africa. Traditionally, people have chewed the leaves, made tea to fight tiredness and to improve productivity, used as a medicine, substitute it for opium, used during religious ceremonies. It can decrease pain, I guess, induce euphoria, sedation.
Well, she used to have with her children like tablespoons of it. So she'll put it in a tablespoon, take it down, and then wash it down with water or whatever she was washing it down with. And the kids it was even shown, she even recorded the kids doing that.
Right. Two compounds in kratom, mitragynine and 7-hydromitragynine, interact with opiate receptors. Okay, so it does bind to the opiate receptors in your brain. That's why it's used for pain. So she was giving this to kids. My God.
Yeah. And she was showing it. She was recording it.
Some of the
Especially
side
her elder sort of like
aggression, altered
loss of hair. Yes. Yes, that's what was happening.
Itching, nausea, vomiting.
Ooh. And Vaughn was not having seizures until Dre introduced this type of diet, the alkaline diet. When she introduced that to the family, that's when he started having seizures. And then it was even said that one of her daughters started having seizures from it too. Is that also a side effect? I'm not too sure what you're reading there, Lolita. Like you can clearly see it is affecting you guys in a certain aspect, but you're still taking it. Like she became obsessed.
Yeah, but I would never put my kids on that diet.
No,
or kratom.
No,
my kids.
And we're talking Dre. Dre was a Marine. He was built. He was just. He was.
Yeah,
fit.
but he looked emaciated when he.
By the end of it,
passed.
yes.
Yeah,
he was skin and bone.
Herbal remedies are very hard, like toxic to your liver too. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe by any means.
No, they're not mandated by the FDA.
No, they're not, and that's what makes it dangerous. But even regular supplements, what the hell is that one? We were talking about home nutrition supplements the other night, and I'd mentioned that red carpet. There was one, Daily Detox. It's supposed to, it has a bunch of detox stuff. It's supposed to clear your skin up. And I cannot take that because I have severe right side liver pain from this stuff. And I have no idea why. But like a lot of that stuff is and different people, I guess, react to different things. So like what she was giving him was probably what was inducing these seizures. And then her trying to treat these seizures was just cooking his liver even more and fucking his brain all up.
Yeah. Yes, Rennie, she was investigated by CPS, and yes, she still has the children. It was the two eldest ones are from another father, and the younger Raza is, Dre and Vaughn's. But it was said that the father wanted to take the two, but in the end, nothing has come of that. So as far as we know, she has the children. She's living life, and and no, at the end of the day, I think Tragedy Pimps just said she clearly publicly didn't treat him well or normally, which is true. He used to be the house, like he would clean, cook, do everything, but it doesn't mean she killed him. But he hasn't passed away, Tragedy. So you need to understand he's still, as far as we know, he's still in a coma. But you're also saying it's also gross what MGO did last night. But this is my question. What did she do last night? She had the okay from the family. This is where I understand you guys are feeling a certain way. I do. And I think, Tits, what you said, maybe because it was Marissa, and a lot of people don't agree with her or the things she says or she does. But if it wasn't Marissa, it would be another person telling the story or showing the camera evidence, the video footage and so forth. Would we have an issue with that if it was someone else? So I just want to take out the equation of who showed it, but it was more of what we had seen. So let's just take that out of, stop thinking of who it was that showed it to us. I would love that if we do a show that maybe we can have Justin come up, because Justin knows everything about this. He was there from the beginning also. So, and I think he would bring a great take to the story also. Did I lose you guys?
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was muted. My daughter wanted me to show me something outside.
Yeah.
Reading chat here. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a very touchy subject, this one. I think it's just, there's a lot of, it's very sensitive.
Yeah. And certain creators are held to different standards than,
of course,
other.
And I know
ones.
that there's a way to say things and do things and show things. Do you know what I mean? There is a way to do it in a respectful, and I get that. And I get that not everyone's going to agree or is going to, follow that certain person. I get what people are trying to say. But at the end of the day, she was the one that had the footage and she showed it.
Right. Right. And I mean, the footage it's all still on Facebook, isn't it?
Yes. And yes, she was a Jehovah's Witness and did not want medical. That is correct. Yes. She did think she could cure him. That's why she was putting her saliva. That's why she was putting her saliva on him in the hospital, and she was recording it. Because in her mind, Jehovah would help her heal him.
Yeah, now I get what Tragedy Pimps is saying. I think what the issue people have now, there's people like me, like I have that morbid curiosity where I can look at stuff like autopsy photos, and when those photos of Kylie Rodney, when he lightened them, when I heard he did that, I actually clicked in because I wanted to see them. But not everybody has that morbid curiosity. And what I don't consider this until after the fact, later when family members or people want to research this case, some of that is stuff that, they probably would rather not see. So some of this stuff, I guess, might be better suited for members only lives or a trigger warning put on it, because I mean, you certainly don't want somebody's kids, years down the road stumbling upon that. I mean, we say that all the time with the Wells boys.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I guess there's a learning curve. So when you do something and there's, it becomes controversial and sparks outrage, I think they learn from that. Maybe next time I'm going to put a trigger warning in the title, or maybe do it members only.
Yeah. But and at the end of the day, Tragedy, we're always going to agree to disagree, and that's why it brings us a good argument, I think, to talk about this, have a discussion, because at the end of the day, we're all not going to like the same creators, the same channels. you know what I mean? Like, you're going to like who you're going to like, and you're going to watch who you're going to watch, you know, and that is your choice to do that and to watch them at your own time. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, wow, Lip
Yeah,
Lock, I
and it's
didn't
interesting
realize you were a Jehovah's Witness.
to see the different opinions. I had cousins that were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they weren't allowed to have birthday parties. They were really, really extreme. They can't have blood transfusions, organ donations. And I remember when they would go with their dad, he would sneak birthday parties. And no, Duchess, you cannot walk across my laptop screen.
Well, Lip Lock, I think something did happen with Dre, and I don't think she is part of the Jehovah. I don't think the elders, I think, there was something that happened and she wasn't allowed to be a part of it. So she was still practicing, but I think doing it at home, that I don't think she was going to the elders or anything like that. I'm not sure how, you know, specifically that all works, but something had happened with her community. So, you know, that's another subject, you know, with that.
So she wasn't like she was a practicing Jehovah Witness, but she wasn't
Yes.
like all in the
Yeah,
church and stuff. Okay.
yeah, she was going, but something had happened, and the elders, I think she was then not kicked out, but there's a word for it when you are no longer welcomed. So yeah, something had happened.
It almost sounds
Yeah,
like
so
Chad Daybell and Lori. They were in with those was it the Mormons or the LDS, and some of their beliefs were like so out there that they were excommunicated from the church. So then they went and started their own subsect of craziness of the LDS church. So, but with Dre, I have to wonder how much of this was for show on YouTube. Was she
course.
really, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Jehovah's Witness thing. Yeah.
Because there's been times where I think creators have even come up and said, when we're on, you know, any type of social media, we put on you know, they've got a different personality. You know, they bring out, it's a different, they're different to when they're in their own private, you know, personal, you know, with their family and friends and things like that. But then when they're online, you know, you have a different personality, you're a different person, and that is, you know, to bring the audience in, to captivate the audience, to, you know, to get the views, to get the numbers, the monetization and all that. So, you know, I'm not sure what people do. I know we are not like that. You know, I know that what we say in private, we do in public. You know, that's just the way we are. But I know that a lot of the bigger channels have to be a certain way or have to present a certain way to keep the numbers up, to keep people coming in. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's like they play a character, as we just learned the hard way. Some people are really invested in playing the struggling single mom, while the whole time they have somebody paying their bills and they're certainly not single. But yeah, that Dre totally reminds me of somebody who would put on a show, sitting there eating spoonfuls of powder and chasing it with glasses of water. And people, they bought it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, they showed up to watch it. I mean, we're still watching it because it's crazy. I need to make a latte here quick. So, what, in your opinion, would turn this from a attempted suicide investigation to an attempted murder? I guess, unfortunately, he would almost have to pass away before anything like that could even happen.
yeah, there's just,
you know, he miraculously wakes up and
I hope that every day for Miss Letitia and Miss Jackson and Mr. Jackson, you know, for them to have that, you know, and able to see their son, because they can't even see their son because she's hidden him, and they've got no rights to him. They've got no right to find where he is, to
And why
see
would
him.
she
So
do
that
that?
breaks my heart.
Because they don't want him talking, I bet. Or she doesn't want him talking or answering questions.
Well, he can't talk, but the thing is, she was like that from the beginning. There is also evidence of when the father tried to go see his son and she refused, and this was at the VA hospital, and they overrid her, like her decision. They said no, this is, his father, he's allowed to go see him, and because of that she took him out of the VA hospital and into another one.
Oh, I
So
remember.
she's moved him.
Right.
Yeah. So when she hasn't gotten her way, she's removed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just wrong. Why not? Even the mum, Miss Letitia, had to go through legal representation, had to get involved, to be able to see her son. And she got to see him one time. And now she does not know where he is. Or I think she may know, but she's under a NDA where she can't talk about it. I think that was the agreement with Dre. But me as a mother, if my daughter-in-law had done that, oh my God, I would move heaven on
Yes.
earth. Like, you are not keeping my
Right.
son from me no matter what.
And you would think that they would see through this whole charade. But yet,
Yeah, it's just...
yeah, it's
And that's
crazy.
what really breaks my heart, is more the parents not being able to see their son, especially a mother who gave birth to her child. And, Miss Letitia, everyone gives her a bad name because when she gave birth to him, she was very young. And because she knew she couldn't take care of him, she gave her son to her mother. So then he was brought up by his grandmother. Now, for me, that takes a lot to do that because, you hear these stories now where mothers are just dumping their babies in dumpsters, or they're doing something bad. Like, what Miss Letitia did was a respectful thing because she knew she couldn't take care of him. So she took him to the next best person, which is her mother. Do you know what I mean? And Dre
Yeah.
has always held that over her. She called her, she was just the egg donor. That's what she calls her. She was
Oh my
just the egg
God.
donor. That's not his mother. His mother was his grandmother. You can't say that. But, there's way too many. It's so heartbreaking just hearing it all. I don't
Give
know.
me 1 second, Buttercup. I gotta fix my coffee here.
Yeah, no,
quick.
you're right. Where's Eliza gone and Tits and Bugsy? Let's change the subject.
Yeah, it's one of those lose-lose subjects because there's
Yeah,
so
you just
many.
can't. Yeah.
Right.
There's just so much to it, and we could
It's
be
so
here all day just talking about the different...
really, really
the
strong
different...
feelings
Yeah.
because it is so sensitive.
Yeah, definitely. Where are the other three?
Do they pull a perp and fall asleep?
I think they did. What time is it where you are?
On the East Coast, it is 9:37 p.m. Eliza is 3 hours behind me, and Tits, I believe, is 2 hours, 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'm still
We're one.
here. I'm just making myself some dinner real quick.
I'm here.
Sorry.
I'm cleaning up after people.
Where's Eliza? Eliza?
Eliza,
she's
did you fall
snoozing.
asleep?
Eliza's snoozing.
I am right here.
Made me
There
hungry
you
for
are.
cereal.
There she is.
I didn't have any, so I had some rotini pasta. I need to get cereal tomorrow. Oh, Randy's having potato soup.
Ooh, I love potato soup with bacon in it.
And cheese.
Yes. Yummy. And I just saw a different recipe for that where you use hash browns.
Oh, like shredded hash browns?
Yeah. You buy them frozen and you can put them in the crock pot that way. I was like, okay. I know. I've always liked the little chunks, so. And I have potatoes I need to get rid of. I just got them before I let them go bad. I'm trying not to waste anything nowadays.
Right.
Just
Everything's so expensive.
it is, and I'm just trying to make it go as far as possible. Now, my daughter made chicken Alfredo, and the pan, I went in there, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I've told her to spray it or put oil in the pan or something.
Make her own Alfredo sauce from scratch.
No. I didn't mean chicken Alfredo, the noodles that you buy in a package. But it makes a horrible mess.
Mm.
And if you don't spray it, it's going to soak. I try to
Yeah.
get as much junk out as possible. I thought, no. And just like she used my, I have one of these, it looks like a coffee pot, but it's just a boil water, or if you want broth, whatever you want to put in there. It's great. I love it. But I told her you have to clean it out. I need it wiped out, blah, blah, blah. Nope. She forgets though. So I'm going to let it ride. Because she told me, she says, well, it is there to use, right? Yeah. Mom, she's picky. Okay, Rihanna, she does the hash brown on her potato soup, but I brown and season them in my. Ooh, I don't know if I could deal with the bacon grease, but I haven't done that.
I would think it would make the cream soup like separate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and
unless you make the roux with it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That it would come to the top.
But if you use that first to make because most cream soups you have to make the roux first.
Yep.
But make the roux with the bacon in it and the grease, and then add the cream ingredients. That's what
I'm still trying to learn how to just used to have to buy lots of groceries, but now I could live off of soup, period. I would be totally happy with that. Yeah, I love potato soup. Breeze, you're fine. You have every right to feel how you feel. And I can't fathom what you've gone through.
I wonder what would happen if I put brownie mix and chocolate cake mix. So you mean like mix it together backwards?
Now, what is she? Oh, another recipe? Ooh.
She said she wonders what would happen if she puts brownie mix and chocolate cake mix, like mixing the two together.
Well, I know you could put like instant chocolate.
Yeah, the only real difference is brownie mix, the baking soda in cake makes it fluffy. It makes it rise a little bit, and brownies don't do that. So I would think maybe it would just be like a flat kind of cake. Oh my God, chocolate cake. Hold on. Backwoods Georgia girl, give me a second because I will give you the best recipe in a minute.
Tupperware used to have ones that you just, what was it, 1 or 2 ingredients?
No, I don't make box cakes. I make everything from scratch, but
I love scratch cake, but I made a white one. I wanted wedding cake taste. Oh my gosh. It took so much butter, so much sugar. It was really good, but I thought it was a lot of work. My husband likes Texas sheet cake. That's rich. It's just too rich for me. I've heard of that too, Mama Jerk. Try mayo instead of oil in your cake mix. I've heard that. It doesn't give it a tangy taste.
No, mayo is oil and egg.
Right. Oh, okay. So it just gives it. Well, they say you can put cream cheese in them too. I was like, okay.
Oh, okay, here we go. For the best chocolate cake in the entire world. Now, it's going to sound weird, and it's going to be very soupy, but please trust me and do this. 2 cups of white sugar, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, I always use coconut oil. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Real
Yummy.
vanilla, not imitation vanilla.
Yeah, the
And
real
one
is the best.
1 cup of boiling water. That's the important part. Preheat the 3 flour to 9-inch round cake pans. You just put everything in except for the boiling water. So you mix the sugar, the flour, the cocoa, the baking powder,
All the
baking
dry
soda,
ingredients.
salt. Mix everything. Yeah, 2 eggs, the milk, vegetable oil, vanilla. Mix everything together. And then when that's mixed, you dump 1 cup of boiling water in that and mix it again. And it's going to be very sloppy. But I swear to God, it is like the most, it's very heavy, but it's like the most delicious,
Okay,
moist.
you have to put that on the community page or send it to me.
It is the freaking best. And then
good.
I make buttercream icing and then put
Yeah.
cocoa powder in it for chocolate icing. But my kids
buttercream
always bug for that for their birthday. That's what they want.
Banana. I like banana. I'm gonna make a banana cake. And everybody can just stuff it. And I bought buttercream to go on it. They don't like it too bad.
Yeah, I put the cocoa in it, so it's like a chocolate buttercream. But that is by far the.
Never heard of that. Now
Yes.
that's a new one. Soda cakes.
Yeah,
Canned
7-Up cake and ginger ale cake.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
I will definitely do that.
I have homemade vanilla, and I thought you use vodka in it. I thought she said bourbon. She got a vanilla bean that was bourbon's. I don't know. It's called something like that. So I got that confused, but oh gosh, it's good. And I still have my daughter's here, so she might
Yeah,
get
you
it.
have to use real vanilla. You can't use imitation vanilla.
No, and believe me, there's a big difference.
You can't use margarine either. Throw it in the garbage.
Yucky. Now, my girls, we've always used butter flavor Crisco.
Yeah, that works too.
Because my daughter's like, she can tell the difference. I was like,
Yeah. And
I
use
try
it.
different things.
You need oil, like the Crisco
Yeah.
will work better than.
It doesn't make the cookies, well, when I make cookies, it doesn't make them run. Butter makes them too runny.
Yeah, unless you keep them in the refrigerator, the dough in the refrigerator.
But you know what? When you do put the dough in the refrigerator, if you leave it in there for a while, I don't know what it is. It's like the taste all blend together better.
Mm-hmm.
It just tastes so good.
I'll put this on the community tab for exploited innocence, but I swear to God, it is the freaking best. You will love it.
And when I made my white cake, I used white vanilla, which I didn't even know there was such. And then they have cake flour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I use. It says all-purpose flour, but I use cake flour. So I'll
something
change.
Different about the cake flour.
It's lighter, yeah. I learned about that when I got my stand mixer and I started making bread.
No clue.
It eats crust and all that. You have the higher gluten. I think it's like some kind of red wheat. It has a higher gluten content and it's better for chewy bread. And then like the cake flour is from like a softer kind of wheat. And self-rising flour. Do not try to make pie crust with self-rising flour. All-purpose flour. Yeah, different types of wheats and grains produce different.
Ew.
It's crazy. Margarine is disgusting. Did you ever notice that flies and fruit flies and bugs, they don't go after margarine. They'll go after your butter. Even the cats, they'll try to eat the butter. Nobody will touch margarine because it's freaking poison. It's disgusting. Oh, pineapple upside down cake. Second in line is pineapple. Yeah, I love pineapple upside down cake. It's one of my favorites too.
I like monkey bread.
But I don't like any cake that comes from a box, or canola oil should be thrown away too.
Oh,
Canola
really?
oil
I didn't
is
know
from
that.
rapeseed. Humans are not meant to consume anything from rapeseed. So canola oil, garbage, throw it.
How about peanut oil?
Peanut oil is good. It is very good for frying too.
I have a ton of
If you're
that.
frying donuts and stuff.
And I did buy coconut oil because that's what they use. I didn't know that's what they use when they pop, at the movie theaters.
Oh, yeah.
I said, how do you get that taste? And they
Corn
said,
oil.
coconut oil. Yeah, coconut oil.
Corn oil. Soybean oil is okay, but I
Great
will
for
only
frying.
use that.
I'll remember that, Morris.
But corn, coconut, savory stuff, olive oil, no canola, throw it in the garbage. It's good for making soap. So if you make soap, use your canola oil. But yeah, no, rapeseed it's a feeder grain for livestock. Humans aren't meant to
Makes sense.
where canola oil comes from. And it's gross. Oh my God, the worst thing in the whole world is biting into a cake that was made with freaking. It has that bitter taste to it, and then the boxed cakes has powdered milk, so I can taste. Has that
Now that you
dehydrated
say that, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that bitter taste. That's the canola oil.
Yeah, I love my mixer, but I got tired of having so much stuff on the counter, so I put it up.
Yeah.
I need a new blade, and I can't get the right one because mine's old. I need one that touches the bottom, the wire thing. And I got one and it fits, but it doesn't go all the way to the bottom where it stirs it up completely.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard to find when they're an older model. And
My grandmother had one. I bet it's still at my dad's house. And her stand mixer, I believe it came with a glass or ceramic bowl.
Ooh.
But yeah, I want to get my hands on that. I have a one that came with like a bread hook, but the old ones are, they last forever. All right, I'm trying to tag exploited innocence. Can somebody click on her and see if her hand innocence 2367?
Cooper, go lay down.
I think that is right. Yeah, okay, the avatars match up, so I'll tag you in it too.
Go lay down.
Exploited innocence. There we go. 2 cups white sugar, 3 cocoa powder.
Shh. Sorry. He's getting sassy with me.
He wants to be heard too.
Well, I told him, you come in, you'd better not. He thinks going outside is just to play and then coming in is to go pee-pee. I was like, nope. He was mad at me last night. I scolded him. I said, no. And tomorrow I said, guess what you're getting in the mail? Diapers.
Aw. So how's the mobility issue with your dog?
Not good. Not good. Not good at all. We're going to, I have the little girl that I call her little girl. She's 22. She's going to come over and help us get her in my car so we can take her to the vet. Because I think she's suffering and I can't deal with that. I just struggle to even go in, and my daughter has done nothing but been a caregiver, nurse, you name it. She's come up with these. She's given her Pedialyte because she read that Pedialyte, you have to water it down, but that it would help her. She's given her bone broth. And
bone broth is really good.
Yeah, but she's the only part of her body she can move is her head.
Oh, poor thing.
I know. which really makes me feel like, and I had to just lay it out for her. I said, even though we haven't had tests done, I said, I think this is lymphoma. And even though she ran a fever, but because that lump grew fast.
Yeah.
And then she's got one on the back of her hip.
Well, lymphoma, they should be able to tell with blood work.
Yes. And
Yeah,
she didn't do blood work because she
like
wanted to
that
see
diagnosed.
if the antibiotics and the steroids would. She thought it was a bacterial infection.
Right.
So she said, let's try this. If this doesn't work, well, she's been down for a little over a week. And we've been trying to nurse her. And she just can't function.
Oh,
I mean,
poor thing.
She never closes her eyes, bless her heart. And I leave music on for her. I try to put her head up on a pillow and put stuff around her, but she just scoots it aside. She didn't want that. So, yeah. I hate it. She's only 5. So I'm like, it's hard to go through this with your animals. And I just don't know what. My daughter was blaming herself, saying, we must have put her on the wrong dog food. And I was like, honey, it has nothing to do with that. I said, we've had them on good stuff. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a
genetics or just.
Yeah, genetics, freak of nature type of thing.
Yep.
What breed is the dog?
She is part Great Pyrenees and Border Collie. So she's huge.
Okay.
She, Border Collies, such smart dogs. She's black and white like a Border Collie, but she's extremely tall. She's real tall like the Great Pyrenees.
Oh,
and
wow, okay.
she was like at 86 pounds, and we took her in. She was 64. She had lost 20 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Which, when you look at her fur, you see that, she's fast metabolism. She eats well, and it just doesn't go to her. But so her fur throws you off because she's so furry.
Yeah, a lot of dogs that are furry, as soon as, you give them a bit of a summer cut, you really see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
my God.
So I honestly think that's what we're dealing with without the test. But we've been trying to figure out, both of us, can't pick her up.
Yeah.
And I know that's not a lot of weight there, but it's a mobile weight, dead weight.
Of course, yeah.
So,
Lolita, are you okay? I heard you say, oh my God.
Sorry. No, somebody, Crime Sleuthin, sent something to our email.
And it's Randy. I didn't know that. I knew about pedigree. I thought it was pedigree. And our vet said, do not ever put a big dog on grain-free food because it gives them heart conditions. And we didn't know.
Oh, okay.
But, everywhere we go, everything's grain-free anymore for dogs. We started looking. I thought, you got to be kidding.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I've got
I've
got King Charles Cavaliers, and they're known to have, the older they get, heart issues. So I've kept them on. Yeah, I've kept them on like a strict diet of what the breeder had told me to do, just so then I know that.
Right.
They won't have.
Dogs need those. It's like us. We were talking about that tonight. We need carbs. No, not a ton of it, but everything has to work together, not an over the top amount, but dogs need those grains, the greens and stuff in their diet. And yeah, she was my son's dog, so that makes it so much harder. And my daughter's having a really hard time with it.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
understandable.
told her, I said, you do. I said, I let her make the decision. We talked about it, and I said, you make the choice, because when Ryan passed away, she took over. She said, now you're my dog. And she's taken wonderful care of her. I swear this child, she's 30. She researches everything. But I told her, I said, honey, sometimes there just isn't a way of escape.
Yeah,
There just isn't an answer.
I know. But this dog is so important to
Yeah.
you guys. So yeah,
She is. They're all important to me.
of course.
We got her the puppy at Christmas, and because we were trying to rescue him, and it was a friend's, and he's the sweetest thing, but he's I swear he's got a leaky valve. He's so funny. He is a sassy thing. And he sounds like, see, we're in the basement and she's up here, and he sleeps with her. And when he gets up, it sounds like a herd of elephants running.
Really?
He's 3 months old, and I bet he's over 30 pounds.
What?
Yes.
Already? Oh, wow.
You know he's going to be big. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But see, he's German Shepherd, Husky,
I love German
and
Shepherd.
Golden. Oh, he's got all the. His
my
daddy
three
was-
favorite. My
Yeah.
three favorite.
His daddy was a purebred, but his daddy got hit by a car because he wasn't afraid of cars.
Oh,
So he was a sweet boy too.
yeah.
Sweet, sweet boy. But he ran out in the street, thinks everybody should stop for him. And so he got hit.
Aw.
But he's 2 to 3 times bigger than his sibling. And it's like, oh my gosh, you're a monster puppy. Yes, you are.
Love what Breed just said. Don't leave your dogs unattended on your treadmill, guys.
Oh, no. I was thinking about that today. I told that to my daughter. She says, who in their right mind would put a dog on a treadmill?
Some
I know,
idiot,
right?
that's for sure.
Yeah. She says, I'd rather go walk them. Nope.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, parvo shots. Randy, what about parvo shots? Sorry. I know I hate parvo. I long time ago didn't know anything about. I took on a puppy and it got sick really fast, had no clue, took it in, and it had parvo. That was so miserable. I mean, I was only like 18 at the time. It was horrible. I just didn't know anything about that stuff. Debbie, you're always welcome, no matter what time it is. Pets are, my daughter told me, she says, don't get any more pets. It's just hard when you lose them.
It is very, isn't it?
It's,
Yeah.
it's part of life, though. And there's always
know.
another dog that is in need.
Of course.
Yes. I try to get him the wraps. He is so insulted by the wraps. And it didn't fit, right? So I said, well, I'm going to get you baby diapers. And he will be so mad at me tomorrow when we get them and I put them on him. But he tinkles like he tinkles a river. I'm glad we don't have carpet. Yeah.
So don't you have doggy nappies?
Yes.
Okay.
But
He doesn't like.
I know I bought him too small. I thought, oh, I quit. So I just
okay.
thought, I'm just going to get, somebody suggested baby diapers. I thought, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because then I can just change it. I know the other ones you can just take off and wash them and stuff, but I haven't tried to hook two together thinking maybe that would help. He figured out how to get it off. Oh, I never seen a dog so embarrassed and so insulted. I didn't know that was even a possibility. And last night,
poor
he
thing.
was so crazy. He saw his shadow on the floor and started chasing his shadow. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, how adorable.
I know, right? It was funny. He didn't have anybody to play with, so he was gonna...
Did you record it?
No, I should have. That was it was
Yeah.
hilarious. I thought most dogs, I don't think they see their shadows, so but he just started, he was like, what's that? Something's moving. You know, like how they see a mirror. Dogs or cats will see a mirror and they'll leap at it or something.
Yeah, mine do that with the mirror.
Now he's chasing his tail.
Aw, I love that.
He played with his elephant for a while.
Yeah.
One of the dogs, the golden, who's 8 years old, I bought him toys. She snagged onto him and she rips them up real fast. I'm like, you're 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
Stop it. I know.
They should know, but yeah, by 8, they know not to do that.
I told her, I said, that's naughty. And I think she doesn't like the squeaker in them and that crinkly stuff, because those are the first things that come out. The crinkly and the squeaker. She hates those things. So I thought, you're naughty. He does have a Kong toy. I don't know. He was bouncing that all over the house. That was funny too. One of those little rubber, you're supposed to put food in them, but I thought, I'll just give it to you. The other dogs didn't want to play with it, and he just bounced that thing all over. Now I have to figure out what he did with it. Huh, baby?
What are the other two doing? They've gone quiet on us.
I know. Probably went to the Louvre.
Just letting you chit chat.
No, I'm here. I'm washing my pan. I don't like putting that one in the dishwasher because I don't want to ruin it.
I know. Well, it's just like my husband was cooking the other night, and I have that ceramic cooking pan, and I told him only use plastic on it, and just spray it.
Debbie's asking about our live, but I don't know about your times, how they work.
Right. And tomorrow's the same time.
Yeah, True Crime Circle. The link is in chat, and they will be discussing the Summer Wells disappearance with Scott H. and Cam from Cracking Cases.
It's fantastic that they're going to be there.
Two of the most knowledgeable and credible people.
Cher's BFF did something so vile. I can't even.
Stars has just dropped the link.
Okay, I have it pulled up here. This was sent to us. Cotton Candy Boobs. All right, there's a true crime creator, and I've heard of her. Cindy actually added me to her Discord for the Iowa 4 case. Allegedly, Brittany has an autistic child, and the autistic child got a hold of her phone and was not wearing clothes and was taking videos. Brittany saw this and was like, oh shit, quick deleted it. So now Cotton Candy, I guess, is exploiting that. I mean, she learns from the best, right?
Wait, so because my dog's barking, can you explain that again, Lolita? I heard Cotton Candy Boobs, but what's happened?
Allegedly, Brittany J is a true crime channel on YouTube, and her young son, is on the spectrum, and allegedly he got a hold of her phone and he wasn't wearing clothes, and he was, you know how kids are, they get a hold of your phone, they take videos, they run around the house without clothes on, and a video was accidentally uploaded, and Brittany noticed, said, oh shit, quick deleted it, and now Cotton Candy Boobs is exploiting her faux pas.
Of course she is. Typical, isn't she?
Learns from the best on how to.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Why would you even want to re-show that?
And you know what? A child that
And
has
she knows that
autism,
he's autistic.
yeah, you can't question what they do. They're just gonna, they don't know what they're doing either. Like they're gonna do everything is innocent. They're really innocent children. So to exploit that, like, shame on you, Cotton Candy. Like, it's just shame on you.
They don't know. My kids didn't like wearing clothes. When my sister was younger, she never had pants on. My grandmother fought her tooth and nail to wear pants. Shares live now about this, crime sleuthing.
She is really one to talk when it comes to children.
I was going to say, of course, Cher would get in on that nonsense.
Stupid bitch.
Facts don't matter to Cher.
No, and that's very unfortunate because kids are going to be kids. And then when they're on the spectrum, that is challenging in and of itself. And they play with your phone. They take pictures of stuff. I had like 144 pictures of like a blurry something that my kid was trying to, when she was little. It was like an ant or something outside, but right, I'm sure a lot of kids do it, but of course, I guess they have no content, so now they gotta make a big deal. I don't want to watch it, but yeah, I don't know. God, why are they so freaking yeah, Pearl. Fucked up, isn't it? Cotton Candy saved the video of a naked child, edited an image, and uploaded it to the internet. Good luck explaining that behavior to the police.
Right?
Yeah, she should be reported for...
Has Brittany reported it yet? Has she even contacted YouTube? Can't YouTube take that down, first, and then can't she do something in regards to pressing charges on her? Like, that's...
All that,
yes,
all that.
Distributing child inappropriate stuff. Oh, that is a shame. So, she has almost 10,000 subscribers. There's one more. Let me share her link. Was Cotton Candy Boobs trying to poach her subs or what? Yeah, it is disgusting. But, I mean, are we surprised, though, considering the source? Report
not at all.
Pornography or sexually child abuse. No, it's pornography. Nasty.
That's true, Pearl. What Pearl's just fitting.
Yeah, they are streakers, Randy. You want to protect children, then exploit another creator's child. Yep.
We see this over and over and over again with some of these creators. They have beef with another one and pull this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Target has I think it's Cat and Jack brand of clothing. They're sold at Target specifically for sensory.
Yes.
Kids with sensory issues.
Well, think of it as adults, even us as females. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I get home, the bra comes off, the trousers come off. I normally put little shorts on, I put a singlet on, you know what I mean? And we're adults. So
when it's
children.
Yeah. Kids, they don't wear a whole lot of clothes.
Like how many times, even mentioning Summer, how many times would I even said she never liked wearing shoes? She never had shoes on.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. At 42, I will wear flip-flops until, there's too much snow and the snow touches my feet. Unbelievable. Oh, he's still in pull-up, so nothing's showing. Yeah, okay. God.
So what the heck?
So my guess is they can't get Don Wells to go on panel, so now they're plumbing new depths of banality.
Yeah.
At the expense of a child.
Yep.
That's just disgusting.
That is gross.
Anyway, guys, I'm low on battery, so I'm going to have to close off. So,
Yeah,
bye,
I think
ladies.
about
Bye,
right.
everyone in chat.
Wrap
Okay.
up. Good night, Buttercup. Thanks for coming.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
thank
about ready
you.
to wrap up.
Okay, then. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
See you tomorrow. True Crime Channel.
True Crime Circle. We'll see you tomorrow night, ladies and jerks. Thanks for coming. Anything else? Because I know I'm gonna mention this or that. No. All right. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, one more message from Pearl. I seriously wonder whether someone who can see sexual behavior and this should be involved in true crime cases involving children. Ha! Exactly. I'm gonna leave that one up. Gonna leave that on the screen while
that
we're
out.
heading out. All right, we will see you all tomorrow night on True Crime Circle with Scott and Kim.
Good night.
Yeah, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah. And I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down, girl.